Пошли. Все вместе. Какие ваши доказательства?
They want you to comply.
Cancel culture is about canceling.
Кокаином.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
This is systematic bullying that's happening.
Woke moralists. Up yours.
And they believe that they can then
Woke
shut us
moralists.
up.
Up yours. Woke moralists.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stop Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stop Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
Up yours.
We'll see who cancels who.
Hello and welcome
Howdy.
to Leftist Mafia.
How's it going, folks?
Episode
Right down.
28.
Yes,
Damn.
and you probably noticed that there's an absence here. Well, we have some unfortunate
Kick him
news.
Come on.
Lance has been no. Lance is at the vet with Chico. He should be here pretty soon. So, yeah. Just
That's
to address
also
that.
not how Lance looks. We just found out he's been using a VTuber avatar this whole time.
He actually has one eye.
True. I saw some comments like, "Hey, Lance isn't streaming yet. He should be here anytime." So, yeah, no
He'll be
need
here
to
in 5.
worry.
He messaged us, so he'll be here.
Oh,
sometime.
okay. Yeah.
In the
he'll be here
meantime, I'm not even sure what happened this week.
Someone
Like, I
said
feel
I'd
like
heard a
it's always been
rumor
blur to me.
Ole wasn't going to be on tonight. Where does rumors start?
There's rumors about the show now.
Where who started that? Why they say I wasn't going to be on?
I guess that's evidence that we're getting bigger because these rumors are fucking very wild, and they
There's
come
rumors.
from nowhere.
There's
Yeah.
rumors about us.
Yeah,
That alone says it all.
true.
Yeah, people like to hate watch our show, and it's powerful to me. I don't understand. I really do not understand. Because let me tell you something. I don't watch nobody's shit. It's been like, and I only watch if it seems like positive about me. Like I jump in on the Vanguard, I jump in on like Demon Mama things where it seems, but I never before have I decided I hate some shit and watch it religiously. Like,
Right?
why, my guy?
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever YouTube video you go to, there will be comments being like, just talking shit. Like people just live for watching shit they hate. It's really bizarre. I
They're
don't.
sick.
I don't. They're sick.
People being
yeah,
whatever.
like, I could barely tolerate Olay on a good day. And I'm like, so it's an interesting choice to go to Olay's channel, it seems. like it's not really adding up. The math is not quite mathing.
Yeah. What's funny is that I posted a video about Cornel West switching to the Green Party, and I did like more commentary. I extended what I said about third parties and yada yada. Like I didn't really say anything revolutionary. I thought. But anyways, I shared like 2 conflicting comments that I got where one person was like, "Oh, so you want Trump to win?" And the other comment was, "Oh, so you're basically vote blue no matter who." I'm like, listen, people can, I guess, take away literally anything from my fucking videos.
Just got him from the hospital. He said and stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, no. My Cornel West episode, Ole and friends. I see people in the comments saying they liked it. Thank you.
It was very good.
It was really good.
Y'all.
Yeah.
I thought it was good vibes. Bender, I'm assuming you did not watch.
Oh no, I watched a little bit of it.
Oh, okay. I'm proud of you, Bender. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't consume a lot of content. Like you guys talk about how you jump into various streams, and Olate's talking about how she doesn't hate watch. Well, I don't watch. Period. So yeah, no, I mean, look, it changed Cornel West's mind, opened up his eyes, and he joined. He decided to leave the People's Party.
What I think is funny is the amount of people, right? Like I see people being like, "Oh, what are those people talking shit on the people I'm be joining the People's Party gonna say now?" I'm like, I'm gonna say it sounds like I had a legitimate perspective. It's
right.
That's what I'm gonna say. It sounds like sounds like maybe I was making some fair points. Maybe it wasn't a crazy fucking perspective after all.
Yeah, and as if the things that you all said wasn't completely reasonable. Like, it was a very substantive and entertaining podcast. You all had really good chemistry. Like, I want to see more panels. That was very good.
Thank you. I really like the idea of curating, you know, like a lot of people I like, and like, oh, let me put together the groupings I've always wanted to see, and I thought it was fun. Yeah, I wanted it to be very positive. I gave it a Black 90s sitcoms feel. I love it. I thought it was good vibes. I was like, oh, it's a lot of different. The funny thing is, people are the people that are mad, because honestly, overwhelming, let me acknowledge this, overwhelmingly positive. Like, love and thank y'all so much, and I loved it. Let me acknowledge all the good for one. So it's really just a small group of people talking shit. But I'm like, you know, for me, I don't care about anybody, any candidate. Damn, but I'm not I can't vote in America. That's not my agenda. I'm a criminal system, abolition, race analysis kind of person. And not because I comment on something means I'm invested in it. And quite frankly, I care about Cornel West enough, like I said at the beginning, to not offer any hot takes on Twitter, to gather a group of people I like, and to me have a larger discussion. And again, I care enough to even mention whether or not I ultimately am invested in the run. I respect them enough to even mention it. You ain't seen me mention anybody. Who the fuck else have I mentioned on the show? Like, I'm like, oh, I feel like a bunch of people I respect sitting down and taking an hour and 9 minutes out of their life. I feel like that's proof that some respect is very much so had here. And I felt like it was a lot of different perspectives. People are just not accustomed. I think if they're not fighting, if it's not a fight, if it's not innately adversarial, some people cannot discern that there are different perspectives being offered here. And it's really, no one was trying to pretend to be, no one came in like, I know all, and this is my staunch position. It was like, I don't know. Let's all talk. Let's share things, and let's see where we get to. And that's what it was, a discussion amongst friends. And the people who are mad about that it wasn't a debate and a fight, I called the segment Olay and Friends, as to denote friendship. So I don't know why you think I would be fighting. I believe it or not, I don't like that shit. I like the idea of showcasing different Black talent and you see, and also just showing that, you know, things can do well and things can perform without being like drama farming and fighting and blah blah blah. You can see people just like each other and like dynamic personalities and have a good time. But you know, child, it ain't for everybody, whatever. How are y'all?
Well, since we're on the topic, Cornel West, yes, has switched to the Green Party now. What are your thoughts? What are your general thoughts? I know this could be like, you know, if I don't want this to be an hour conversation, because honestly, I don't think it's all that important. He's not going to become president. I hope that's very clear.
Wait, like, hang on.
What are your general thoughts of even just, is there, see, my opinion is, I think if he wants to have any impact at all, it would be to try and run against Biden in a Democratic primary. I still think running as a Green, it's a more legitimate party than the People's Party, obviously, because it's an actual party. But it's just what I guess my question is, what is ultimately his goal here? What is he going to accomplish?
I said that last week, and apparently it caused a lot of trouble for Olay, where people were putting my words in her mouth. I stand by what I said, that I do think it's more legit, obviously, for him to run on the Green Party ticket, and you'll get no complaints from me in terms of like him running third party on the Green Party ticket like you would the People's Party. But with that being said, I do think he would bring in have the biggest impact. That's what I want to say. Have the biggest impact if he did run in the Democratic Party. Because he would clearly, I think there would be a movement behind him. I don't think it would be like Marianne Williamson running, or no shade to her, but it just is what it is. She's not a movement candidate. And I think Cornel West would have a swell of support behind him, possibly even a good amount of young people support, to the point where Biden would have to at least speak to his audience and maybe even say he would support policy that they want to see in order to win them over for a general election. I'm not saying he would have to do that to win a primary, but he would do that in order to get that bloc to vote for him in the general. I don't think that running as a third party candidate, you have that ability to do that.
Yeah. I guess for me, I am indifferent in the sense, and I want to be clear because I know sometimes I notice this in our internet leftist town square that people think like every opinion is like a belief system, like you feel real saliently about it. It's like, not because I'm not interested in something means I have a problem. I'm against the man or anybody else supporting him. I don't think it's nonsensical that one would support Cornel West. You could please feel free to support him or support Marianne Williamson. I've never been against any of that. I just don't have to be like, I just don't have to see it the same way you do or see the chances or the odds of it the same way. That's all. So that's really my perspective on it. Like, I'm not against Cornel West. I love that. And I think it's important that he take advice and constructive criticism from his supporters. And that seems that's what he's doing and switching to the Green Party. So love that for him. Love that for y'all. Love that for them.
I mean, I just hear a bunch of shit libs talking. I just hear nothing but shit libbery.
I am a DNC operative. Don't y'all know? Do you not know? Like
that's why they've taken on prison abolition, obviously.
Max pointed out that half of this cast can't vote in America.
Which is really crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yes. More of us can't vote than can, but DNC operatives, I say.
I think the issue is a lot of people make these sort of, not even just campaigns or elections, just a specific policy, their entire personality.
Exactly.
And so if you speak out in even a slightest critique of it, even if you support it, but you're offering a critique based on you wanting to see it happen, but not like tied to it to the emotional level, like you want it to actually happen, not that like you're emotionally hurt whenever someone criticizes it. If you're not one of those people, then it's you rub those types the wrong way, unfortunately. I mean, I just don't act. I just don't operate that way. My personality is not tied to any specific one thing.
Yeah, I just don't care. Like, there is not any, and I've noticed this because I notice this so often. All the people in the town square that feel the least, that say voting don't matter and elections and blah blah blah, are the only people I know that be ready to die on a fucking hill if you were just uninterested about a candidate. It was the same way for Marianne Williamson. It's the same thing for RFK. Same thing every time one jumps into candidacy. All of a sudden, the same people are ready to drop dead about it, and I'm like, what has it ever occurred? I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about any politician. I don't care. There's nothing anybody could go say about Stacey, AOC, the squad, or whatever that Olayemi is going to be personally offended about. Please chill the fuck out. You gotta pick one. Either it matters, either it's the end all fucking be all, or it's not. But you can't be like, oh, elections don't matter. These politicians are all this, blah 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 blah. But then simultaneously, every time you like somebody in the race, that's the true mark of the beast. Ooh, all the real leftists gotta be fucking down. Like, relax, my guy.
Yeah, and
fuck on out.
It's so important to note that there's going to be two factions on the left that always exist, right? There's going to be the faction that is, okay, you know what? I'm voting for harm reduction. I'm going to vote for Democrats, even though I don't like them. And then there's going to be the other faction that is going to vote third party no matter what. I feel like I'm hearing an echo. But
whoever's not wearing headphones, it's
probably me.
Okay. Turn your volume down a little bit.
I'm just gonna put in my headphones.
Or put headphones on. There you go.
But basically,
for a second, I thought Ole was just gonna be like, "Yeah, it's probably me. Deal with it." I'm not. She didn't move. She was just like, "Yeah, it's me. Fuck this audio."
No, but I feel like for me, I hate that there's like this. You have to jump in one of these camps, and you have to hate the other side. And this is kind of what I saw when I posted my video about Cornel West. And look, here's what I'll say. I don't feel strongly either way about any of the candidates running this time. First and foremost, my heart has been broken way too many times. So to even if I really liked a candidate that I thought could win, it'd be difficult to get myself there emotionally speaking. But I mean, that's not to say, like, I feel like this whole this screeching about, oh my God, you're vote blue no matter who. Oh my God, you want Trump to win the election. This is such an unnecessary battle because first and foremost, every single election cycle, there's going to be the Greens, right? There's going to be the Greens and the Libertarians. And so long as they both exist, then they kind of cancel out each other's effect if you're worried about the spoiler effect. There's also a lot of other benefits to third parties, in my opinion. So people who vote for third parties, generally speaking, I think they probably wouldn't vote anyway. And so if they are voting for someone who they like, then that could also help down ballot Democrats. For example, like my mom, she voted for the first time in her whole life for Bernie Sanders back in 2016. And once Bernie had dropped out, she was just kind of like, okay, I'm done with politics. But I convinced her to at least vote for like third party, vote for Jill Stein. And then she voted for the down ballot Democrats. So there's this benefit there as well. But also having said that, though, and I'm both siding this, I don't like that, but I'm going to do it anyway. For people who vote in swing states for Democrats for purposes of harm reduction, that is not insane. That is necessary. Hey, Lance.
You got the stain out. Very nice.
Nice.
Bring it out. I'm so sorry. I just got.
You're really low, Lance. Your mic's really low.
Oh, my mic's low. Okay, all right. Turning this up. Is it better now? Can you
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right, hold on.
Max it out.
Okay, how about now?
Mm-hmm.
Is this good?
Yeah.
This is too maxed.
A little bit better.
It's still actually pretty low.
It's still probably
Yeah.
low.
Oh,
You can go in the settings in
Nice
Streamlabs
haircut, Lance.
and
Thank
upload
you.
the-
Looks good.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
very nice.
All right, thank you. I'm wearing the Rational National. I have a neo-Nazi haircut and trying to turn up the mic, and it's not working.
I like it.
That's just like a guy's haircut. That's just every single guy has the same haircut.
You know how what is it? What's that show? The one with the dudes who have the hats that have like the blades inside the hats. I forget what it's called. Peaky Blinders, the Peaky Blinders. Every single one of the Peaky Blinders has like that fucking, this kind of a haircut. But I'm like, it looks very neo-Nazi. Whenever I see it, and like he finishes, I'm like, this is a little too neo-Nazi for me. Jesus Christ!
So you're like, that's what I want. Go to the barber. Give me the neo-Nazi.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I kind of have that a little bit too. My fade is, it's growing out, but I have it a little bit too. So, yeah.
People are ridiculous. It's just a haircut. Like,
It's good to see all you. I missed you all. I love you. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't do the
we
I don't I don't do the fade at all. So no one will ever mistake
you
me.
just grow your hair.
Yeah,
Have you never done a fade ever? Like
never do a fade.
Not,
No,
really.
But like you don't get like the bowl on top. With
You'll never see.
clips?
Nope, you'll never see me with hair like that. Nope, not happening.
I hope I get occasion to style you one day, Bender. 'Cause just now when you said that, I looked at you, I like zoned in on you, and I was like, I see how I can change this. Like, I have a vision. Like,
I can fix this.
I can fix you. Like,
I like Bender's style. It's his own thing. He does what he wants.
I told you it gives Avril Lavigne loves it here. I told you all that ages ago.
Although Mike was supposed to get me his beard grooming tips because my beard's a little bit. It's not as nice as Mike's. I need a nice beard like what Mike's got growing there.
I'll tell you right now. So it's been sold out for a while. I had to order directly from their website. Profit Beard Balm. It's basically like a hair. It's not hair gel.
Oh, I'm not putting that on. I'm not putting. You put it in every day.
Yeah, every day.
Benner doesn't shower every day, so that's like way too much for him.
I mean, you can. It allows you to basically just shape your beard a little bit. Also, on top of that, if you have some beard conditioner that you use at least like once every other day, it'll make it a lot more softer, so it doesn't feel super like.
Wait, you buy a separate thing for your beard? Damn, I gotta get on top of this.
Beauty is
Absolutely. Yeah. It takes a long time to look this good. No, I'm just kidding.
When you ask for tips, like, what did you expect for him to say? Like, I wake up like this. Like, there's gonna be work involved, right? Like,
I thought it'd be like.
I can see.
No, I thought it'd be something like a beard specific like product he puts in, but not something he puts in every day. That's where I draw the line.
Oh no, you've got to do it every day. Beard oil at night. Beard balm in the day. Profit specifically. Beard oils are not as.
What? You got to put oils on at night? See, I can't grow facial hair. That's one of my things. I'm hairless. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, see, if you have like a little bit of hair and it's not really like filled in, if it's patchy, use some beard oil and it might help it grow. I don't know for sure, but I'm not 100%. This could be pseudoscience, so don't take my word for it.
Pseudoscience to me.
I heard, like, I used to watch a lot of beard YouTube channels. This is a thing too. There's a whole
go see what they're doing now. It's probably some like neo-Nazi shit. That's all these places.
Trust me,
Probably.
Your YouTube went so fast.
I remember there was a video I shaved back in 2017 before my wedding because I'm like, do I want a beard for my wedding? And as soon as I shaved, I'm like, oh my god, I want a beard for the rest of my life. But I actually watched a video from this channel. I think it was the Beard Bros, the beard guys, and they're like, they have a video on coping with shaving your beard, and I watched it and it made me feel better because like, okay, this is your face, this is what you look like. You have to accept that this is what you look. I'm like, okay, this is true. It'll come back.
It's I can't. I've not had a beard for a very long time. I don't know what I look like anymore underneath it.
Same.
Yeah, it'd be weird. I don't know. I've asked my kids actually. I've asked my kids, "Do you want me to shave?" And they're like, "No, don't do it."
They're not curious. I'd be curious.
I cut my hair. I cut my hair in like the summer of 2015. Like I was convinced I was the baddest bitch alive. Like, yeah, I definitely could do this. Cut my hair off. Quickly realized that my boobs are bigger than my head, and I look crazy without a lot of hair on my head. The contrast. And when I say to you,
that's a fantastic
sickness, sadness, so much sadness. I was in the group chat to my sisters, like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like you know what it is too? I'm ridiculous. I would like worry that like I remember a guy was in Pittsburgh and I look good, whatever. I was in Pittsburgh and I was at a bar and this guy like was trying to holler at me, but all I kept thinking is he gonna tell his friends he bagged that bald head bitch. I'm like, no.
Oh my.
I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. I need a wig at once. I need a wig.
It's funny you say that because like when I shaved my beard, I realized how weak of a chin I have. Like you'd expect the chin to be my chin is like right below my lip. Like I've got the most beta male chin ever. So seeing that really made me realize I can't exist and have any level of confidence without the beard. I have to have it.
You are the alpha of the show, though. Like you have the most dominant beard. It's incredible. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't know if I would call myself the alpha, but I am proud of the beard. It takes a while to cultivate.
I've seen old YouTube videos of you, like some of your early ones, where you had like a really short. If you had a beard at all, it was really short, and you look great. You look fine. Like your chin is fine. Don't be self-conscious.
What's weird about these old videos is like some of like Jimmy Dore's audience will like hate share them, like this shoe or something. And the only thing I could think about is like either my beard is fucked up or my hair is fucked up. Like there was one where I very clearly had a fade, but it grew out like in 2 months, and it just looked like a ball on my head. And then my beard was short, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I mean, I genuinely like I want to punch myself in the face. Like it's hard to look at. But then again, like a year from now, maybe I'll think that about myself. Who knows?
Yeah, and like the funny thing is, no one notices this stuff except for you, right? Like you're focused on like how you like. I'll do the same thing. I'll find old videos or whatever and see like, oh my god, my hair looks terrible or whatever, and I'm the only person that's gonna notice it. Like no one else is gonna notice it. It's just
I one of my videos on my my YouTube, my Angel Reese video, I look just like the Cowardly Lion from the Wizard of Oz. I don't know why that's true, but I do, and I do. Oh, Lance, look at it. I have no idea why.
I'm gonna look right now.
No, look, it's given. Like I don't know how the colors are coming together, but every time I see it, I'd be like, oh my god, it's Wizard of Oz ass bitch. Like so. Yeah, I understand what it is.
Love how we're all looking right now.
It's just given that it's somewhat the eye makeup and the hair.
Has been opened to talk shit about Jimmy Dore. I'm on board. Why the fuck does Jimmy Dore make videos about you, Mike? It's very weird. It's weird that he like makes videos about you and makes compilations about you. I don't understand it. It like if you haven't seen it before, by the way, there's like these videos that Jimmy Dore posts about Mike that just shows like Mike fake getting slapped in the face and then him getting beat up and then like that's the whole video. And like
wait, are these new videos? I haven't seen this.
They're not new. He keeps reposting them, and I'm always like, why the fuck are you posting these videos of Mike just being slapped in the face? It's really weird. It's utterly bizarre.
What the hell?
He would love to beat me up. But I think
they want your mic up. They're very upset about your mic.
Yeah, you got to bring your mic closer or something. You're very low.
All right, hold on. Gonna do everything I can.
Be like right up here. Hey guys, what's up?
I gotta have mine really far back because I.
This is better. Is this better? Can you hear me?
It's definitely better. It's a bit distorted, but it's louder for sure.
Okay, well that's not good. All right, so I'll turn this down.
Yeah, what's going on with your mic, Lance? What did you do?
I literally just got back. Like I had to drive my son from the hospital. He's there. He's alive. You know. So there's that. Okay, I'll sort this out. I'm sorry.
All you gotta do is do it in the software. Go to settings at the bottom, and then just up your mic level.
Okay.
Under audio.
That's Leftist audio. Every time.
Every time. Anyways, Cornel West. Mike, you were saying something about Cornel West. 20 minutes ago.
I was basically saying that like people need to just like stop overreacting to this whole argument. It's been contentious for years, and there's no reason for leftists to hate each other over it. Like if you're voting out of harm reduction for the Democratic Party in a blue state, that is exactly what I would do. I think that's rational. It's to stop a fascist takeover and a transgenocide. So there's no harm or no reason to shame people in that. But I mean, like people who live in like deep blue or deep red states voting for a third party, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. So I think that some liberals really overstate the issues with that. So yeah, I kind of want people to all agree, either come together or shut the fuck up, like one of those two things. That's basically my stance here, because I'm sick of this debate. We've been having this discussion for how many fucking years now? I mean, I've done countless videos and no motherfucker's happy. I mean, if you disagree with me, that is perfectly fine. The one thing that I ask, especially with regard to our last episode, is when you quote us, make it an actual quote and not like some random thing you made up. Like somebody, Ole shared something about we called Cornel West turfy. We did not call Cornel West turfy. Excuse me. Like just argue.
Olamide got so much smoke. So
yeah.
much smoke. Like,
argue with us, not the straw man.
Let me just be clear. Y'all don't want it with me, first and foremost. Let me just say that. All right. Y'all don't. Everybody, like, if you want these kind of problems, then by all means. But I don't bother with no fucking body, okay? I let everybody do their own thing, do everybody's channels. I've always been nice as fuck to everybody. I've gone on everybody's channels. I've worked the circuits. I do not go and make videos when other people do have different positions. I don't give a fuck. You see Illuminati, when I have a position is something I want to talk about, I make a video. Here's what abolition is about. Here's what I'm thinking about the elections, and I make an informative video. These are my thoughts about that, and that's that. And I go about my shit in a vacuum. If you want to support Cornel West, make a video entitled reasons why you should vote for Cornel West and list all the things about his platform, do this, da-da-da. But talking about me and talking about us don't do shit, but annoy the fuck out of people, okay? Annoy the goddamn fuck out of nobody. And you ain't when
that's
no
gotta
voters.
be half the reason they're doing it, though. That's the thing. This is why I don't even I don't pay any attention. I don't give any energy to the negativity, the negativity bullshit, because it's just so it's a lot of it is there for the intention of trying to get a rise out of you, especially when it's people that have no following and they want to get more popular with it.
Only two people on this panel can vote in the American election. Only two.
Ole was mentioning that earlier. Yeah.
So all those haters out there are gonna really have to start working for my vote. To be quite frank,
right?
You gotta get to work.
It's all about that.
You gotta get to work. Try to swoon me.
Between me and Matt, the only two eligible voters, who's going to go full shitlib and full Trump, by voting third party? Which one of us, Matt?
Yeah,
what
if
do you think?
If you want me to vote for the candidate of your choice, you got to send me a nice subscription box in the mail. I would like some.
I like it.
They got to win you with super chats. That's how they win you over.
And
yes.
I just have to say that I live in Oregon, so we have a very democratic state, democratic legislature. My excitement doesn't come from voting for presidential candidates or even congressional candidates, because I'm in a very deep blue district. I vote for ballot initiatives. That's what drives me. That's what I'm excited about. So it's going to be Biden versus Trump probably. I'm excited for the ballot measures, right? We decriminalized all drugs last election cycle. Our state is great. So that's what really kind of motivates me. So the whole candidate stuff, I'm kind of just exasperated from electoral politics in general. So that's my honest opinion. I know people are disappointed that I wasn't more excited for other candidates like Marianne Williamson and Cornel West. I love both of them. I think that they're wonderful people, but just personally, it's hard for me to get excited. I'm very cynical and doomer at this point. So I hope people can understand.
Mike, I totally agree with you. I think they should use their energy and all this kind of like enthusiasm to run in local elections, because like we could win local elections on a lot of fucking fronts. Like I worked in the last like local Vancouver election, and it's wild how little the voter turnout is. Like I think it was like 38%. You know, we could fucking leftists could crush this shit if we actually focus on local elections.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lance, you got now you got to turn that mic down.
Now it's loud. Oh shit!
No, it's good. It's fine.
I thought it sounded fine.
Nah, there's something up with it. It's sounding weird now that it's weird.
And Ole is just loading.
It's better though than it was.
Well, we can hear him now, but it's all distorted.
It's a technical nightmare. Ole's like loading in and out of the stream. I don't know what's going on with her.
She's having internet problems. She says her internet is trash.
Oh no. Just to agree with your point, Mike, in your video that when you covered this, the switch that Cornel West made, Green Party voters, I think, typically are not going to come out to vote unless there's a Green Party person. Like this whole idea, or this whole blame that like Hillary voters had, or Hillary herself had on the Green Party back in 2016. The idea that if Jill Stein wasn't there, that they would have voted for Hillary instead is ridiculous. Like no, they would have stayed home. They came out to vote. There, as someone who once ran as a Green Party candidate in Canada, there are people who are just they're Green voters. They're going to come out and vote Green, and then they're going to go, and that's it. Like there's always a certain amount of people that are definitely going to vote Green, and you may get some new people here and there, but for the most part, there's a stable amount of Green voters that are going to come out and vote, and that's that contingent.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so David, I know you get a lot of hate for your chat, but I want to give a shout out to your chat for making this incredible comment. The stream is turning into the DeSantis fucking launch, and I was like, that's a good call out. This is the DeSantis fucking Twitter announcement.
The difference being he has billionaire backers and we don't. we have no money.
True.
We have an excuse.
Oh yeah, Ole left a comment saying that her internet is trash. I think she's trying to reconnect.
Oh no!
Oh, look at
Man.
that. That is actual trash.
Can I give one quick shout out? Adequate Emily, aka Emily on YouTube, really amazing leftist. She just got her Twitter. I don't know, it's just gone. Twitter has silenced her, 1984, cancel culture, as well as Turb, who's an awesome fucking content creator as well. Both of them.
I love Turb. I love Turb.
Amazing.
I'll have to look them up. I haven't heard of them.
Okay, so if you don't know about Turb's pretty much, I think, got the best video on depression that I think I've seen anyone make. Honestly, it's like you'll watch that video and you'll feel seen. And Emily honestly has
TURB?
videos. It's TIRRRRB. That's Turb.
I shared a video.
Okay, I never would have guessed that.
Can you spell? Can you spell that again, Lance?
TIRRRRRB.
I just wanted that.
3 R's. And Adequate Emily was the other one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm following them in real
I'm
time.
putting Turb's YouTube in the chat right now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I love Turb.
Who's in the chat?
I'm putting Turb's YouTube account in the chat.
Oh, okay. I just subscribed to both of them.
Yes. Okay, what were we talking about before my internet?
Your internet looks more clear.
Yeah, she looks great now.
It's a piece of shit. We've been going to war all fucking day. Like, I started off my day on 10. On 10. This whole internet. I'm like, listen. This is some bullshit. This is some absolute bullshit. And the way it's just cutting off just wholesale, I'm like, I checked with what upset me is I gave them the benefit of the doubt. You know, at first, when it first happened, I went and checked the account. Like, maybe I didn't pay my bill. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I owe them some money. Only for me to see I did my fucking part. So what the fuck is this? Oh my God. I've been mad all fucking day. I am tight.
That is always the case. Yeah.
Who's your provider?
Optimum.
Mm.
Don't get me started on the conspiracy, hold black people down. Like all the good internet providers, you could see it just a gerrymandered ass like map. They just don't provide to Flatbush. Oh, fuck Flatbush. Now I have to stuck with Optimum. Yes.
You're actually that is not a conspiracy. I did a video on this.
I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
This is real tea.
Yeah. I think it was AT&T. They were basically I forgot, it was a long time ago that I did it, but they were actually segregating their coverage, offering black people worse internet for prices as high as the white neighborhoods. Like this was something that is documented recently.
Yeah, very much so real tea. Like we have the
Yeah.
worst, the only one, literally, because I lived in before I moved to Flatbush. Flatbush is just black, purely black. Like, and before that, had all the internet options arrays. You get it? Optimum. You can get Optimum. Only Optimum. Only trash ass, fuck ass Optimum. I hate it.
These
I
are
hate it.
new layers of racism we didn't even know existed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're finding new ways to be racist.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's infuriating. Like my black ass can't have a nice work from home job and need to stream. Fuck y'all. Like,
yeah. I think that wherever you live, your internet is going to be dog shit because in almost every single area, they're monopolies, right? So you have one option or some shittier option, right? So because they there's nowhere else to go, you kind of are just stuck, which sucks because that means that like if you live in like I live where Comcast is basically the only option, and they just keep raising the prices, I got an email and they're like, yeah, so this discount that you've been getting for 2 years, it's going to be reduced to $5. I'm like, a discount that I'm just tell me you're raising the price by $5, you dumb motherfuckers. Like a fucking discount. It's so like duplicitous.
Mike, apparently the richest man in Mexico is like the sole like provider. Like he's the provider of internet like services, and he's like the monopoly there, and he's the richest man in Mexico. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know how their internet infrastructure is. I know that America is like very bad compared to other developed countries, which people don't even know about. But I wish that more people would know about municipal broadband because it's something that you can kind of petition your own local government for. And it's not necessarily that difficult to enact in theory. It's just a matter of like asking for it, right? Because I think it was Chattanooga. They ended up getting, they did municipal broadband. It's like one of the fastest in the country, the best. And yeah, it was a boon for their economy. So that's something that I think you really should push for. But the second that there's like momentum behind like a municipal broadband movement, that's when Comcast and everyone's going to come in and buy out these local governments. It's tough, but it is something that you should push for because these internet service providers are complete dog shit.
So my chat is asking me to clarify on this. The name of the individual is Carlos Slim, and he's worth $100.8 billion. He is the richest person in all of Latin America, and he is the one telecom / internet provider in Mexico.
I wonder if he at least offers good internet.
I hope so. You don't have any options.
Probably not, because if you're a monopoly, then you really don't have to. Yeah.
It's no competition, no free market.
Capitalism is great, isn't it, folks? We love capitalism.
Oh, we love capitalism. Yeah.
So what else happened this week besides the Cornell West
I don't know.
stuff?
I feel like this week kind of went by in like a blur for me. Like I don't even.
What?
Yeah.
Trump got arrested. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. Was that this week?
That was this week.
That was last. That was like Thursday, wasn't it? That was like Thursday.
Hey, happy Pride!
I guess Trump got arrested this week.
There's so many good things. Come on,
yeah, he was arraigned on Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah.
I want to say. What else? Like, what did I talk about this week? I don't even remember the videos that I posted. This week has been a blur for whatever reason.
You too.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks is cool.
Oh right, I watched your video on that.
I learned that from you. I didn't know Garth Brooks was cool until that. Yeah,
I'm glad I came across this because I grew up loving Garth Brooks. Like he was like country music was my dad. He's big into country music, so I grew up like listening to a lot of country music. And Garth Brooks was always my favorite. And turns out he's like the one out of like 3 country music people who are actually cool. So
that was
it was really good
video.
to see he came out in support of diversity. An actual quote, he says he thinks diversity is the solution to our problems. And this goes to him getting backlash for serving Bud Light at his bar in Tennessee. So the right wing is still freaking out about Dylan Mulvaney having a single sponsored post, who's a trans influencer, a single sponsored post on Instagram back, was it a month ago, 2 months ago now? They're still freaking out about this. And so Garth Brooks is getting a lot of hate for still selling Bud Light. And he's like, hey, I love diversity. And then he also goes on to say that it's also a business and people like Bud Light. So like, what's the problem? So yeah. And then on top of that, I also learned that he canceled on an Ellen DeGeneres appearance because of the strike. So in support of the striking workers, he's also a union man, pro-union, pro-trans. This is a country music idol here, a legend, and here he is blazing trails. Really good to see.
Yeah, that video, David, was very good for my mental health. Anyone who's having a very difficult pride, go watch David's video on Garth Brooks, because it was nice to see just somebody who you wouldn't necessarily expect to be such a strong ally, is an ally. And you pointed out that his sister is a lesbian, which definitely probably helped him with that. So yeah, that was a great video. I think that the nickname for Garth Brooks lovingly should now be Girth Brooks because he's a Chad, because of the support. and one thing that I'll say also go ahead.
He's also been this way for his entire career. Like one of his biggest songs in the early, like in 1992, my video I covered this. He had a song called "We Shall Be Free," which is it's pro-gay rights. We're talking about 92, guys.
That's crazy.
Pro-gay rights, a country music song. It's pro-love, pro-environment, and a lot of radio stations wouldn't carry it. So it didn't do that well in the charts, even though it's a great song. Didn't do that well in the charts because of that. But he was like, he was actually at the time surprised by the backlash because he's like, what, you're against loving people? Like you're against people loving who they choose? Like what's wrong with you? So he's been, he has not backed down despite it even impacting his career in some ways. And then he had in 2000, he had a concert with George Michael that was in support of gay rights. Again, the year 2000, we're talking, again, over a decade before gay marriage was legalized. So he's been on this for a while. So it was also kind of surprising to see anyone was shocked by where he stands on this. But it was good to see him come out and support that.
I want to know from Matt Binder, because he's really good with numbers and stuff. Can you explain how stock value works and why the actual protests against Anheuser-Busch actually are nonsense? Because I'm looking at it. If you look at the actual stock value for that company in September, they're at a fucking drop. It's a plummet, and then now they seem to be going back up. So what's going on there? Is the protest working? Is the right winning?
I mean, stock value doesn't really correlate all the time necessarily with revenue in terms of like how sales are at that moment. You have to remember that the stock price isn't based on like how much Bud Light is selling. The stock price is based on how many investors are buying and selling Anheuser-Busch stock. If they choose to sell because of because they think a Bud Light protest is going to affect the company and in turn affect the stock, then I mean that's how the Bud Light protest will affect the value of Anheuser-Busch stock. But if the investors just think like this will all just blow over and they don't sell the stock and even just buy more, then it doesn't correlate. Like people have to remember that. Stock, like what the stock value is just like who's buying and selling, like how many people are buying or selling the stock in that particular period of time. It's not, the company is, revenue is declining and so their stock value goes down. I mean, it could correlate, again, if investors decide to sell off because of the revenue issue. But if they don't, then it doesn't affect anything. And you remember, investors have all sorts of reasons for selling off stock and for buying stock. They have access to, all sorts of various different paperwork, being that these are registered securities. Getting a little dig in at the unregistered securities that got called out by this SEC and on Coinbase and Binance, but that's crypto. I mean, they can see what the company thinks their growth will be and where the opportunities will be and where their weaknesses are. And if they look at all that stuff and think these protests won't have much of anything to do with it, then it just won't affect the stock. And this fluctuates too. It's up and down. Like, stocks go up and down all the time. Like if it completely plummets, then yeah, you have an issue. But going down like a couple bucks one day and going up the next day and then going down the next day, this is normal fluctuation in the market.
So you're saying go woke, go broke isn't real?
I mean, it's not, obviously. I mean, I guess it could if either the protests actually grow because the right is so upset over these culture war issues. But I don't think, I mean, I think what we saw with the Bud Light thing is that it probably is one of their more successful things, and not because of the stock market value, but because of the fact that I guess the beer is not as popular as it was in terms of raw sales. But I mean, it was the number one beer in the country. They're not like hurting; they're just not number one anymore. There's a big difference between like, oh, we're not selling beer anymore, and just, oh, we're still selling a shit ton of beer, but just not the most like we used to.
They're gonna roll out J.K. Rowling to be the new spokesperson.
Like it'd be like, I don't know. I'm trying to think like the fastest person on the planet everyone knows is Usain Bolt. Now imagine someone one year outdid him by a second. You wouldn't be like, ooh, Usain Bolt lost it. He's not one of the fastest people in the world. No, he's just not the number one anymore. He's still fucking faster than everybody else.
You can age.
Child. So what else is in there?
Yeah, what else?
Oh wait, and it should also be pointed out. It should also be pointed out that the beer that beat Bud Light now, Modelo, the number one beer in the U.S. now, it's also owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah,
so I mean,
it
it's
doesn't
not
matter to them because they own like half the market anyways. They don't fucking care.
Yeah, it's like oh no, Bud Light's not number one anymore. Congratulations, Modelo, you're number one now, and it's all in the same room with the same people doing this. Like.
I just don't understand why you would want to drink beer when fruity drinks exist. I don't get it personally.
Because they give you headaches. That's why. Beer I get less headaches from beer than sugary drinks for sure.
That's a good point. Okay, yeah, that's a really good point. As I get older, I can't tolerate liquor as well, and I think the sugary vodkas that I drink are probably not helping. So, okay, that makes sense. Good answer.
Also, I don't really care about how the alcohol industry does. So if the right wants to take them down, feel free. If the right wants to go after Lockheed Martin for their pride float, please go after Lockheed Martin. Take on all these companies, please. Right. Oh, and please take on Disney. You guys saw that poll that survey that came out today?
Disney's doing fucking stocks, Disney stocks, just in terms of like what everyone thinks about the company. Oh, everyone loves Disney. Everyone hates DeSantis, though. Yeah,
this was an amazing. So a national survey from Navigator Research. They polled people. They polled people in every month in terms of the favorability of various companies and politicians or whatever. And so the favorability of Disney in May of last year, May 2022, was plus 32. 63% was favorable for Disney, 32% unfavorable. So it was a plus 32. Fast forward now to June of this year, more than a year later, it's basically the same. It's plus 31. They lost a point. Oh, well. That could just be, the plus and minus, it happens. With Ron DeSantis, though, back in November of last year when they polled people, he had a plus 2 favorability rating. Fast forward now, what is it, like 6, 7, 8, about 8 months? Negative 16 favorability rating. More unfavorable than favorable. 48% of people surveyed have an unfavorable view of Ron DeSantis. I mean, he basically got blown away by Disney. Right. Yeah, he got...
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, people...
Disney is winning.
That's why the right is so detached from reality. We on the left, we obviously have our critiques of companies like Disney from a leftist perspective. But it's more of a critique of an overall corporatist big major company corporation not paying enough taxes,
copyright law,
extending copyright. Like these are legit issues, but like we're not going after Disney for their content. No. But like the right literally thinks that the country is turning against Disney when they went to war. And like, I don't know if you guys talk to anyone who's like outside of the political bubble, but like people generally like Disney. Like it's people like the vacation destination for families is Disney World.
If you talk to normies, they don't understand this. Normies are just like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what's the culture war? And it's like Disney is woke. And I was like, well, it's kind of awkward because like Disney basically has these like random like small gay characters now that can be edited out of like international sales and stuff like that. They're kind of trying to have more like representation, but otherwise like. I can't explain it. I can't explain it to normies. I can't normie like say what is going on right now.
I follow a bunch of like Disney World blogs because of when I went to Disney. You have to like actually like if you go to Disney, it's a whole thing. You got to actually like do research to make sure you maximize your time there.
Disney adult? Are you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not a Disney adult in terms of like. I mean, I really enjoy going, but I'm not like thinking about it when I'm not there. Like when I'm there, I'm like zoned in, but I'm not like in New York City right now, dreaming of being at the Magic Kingdom. But like, it's amazing to see like the only time like I really saw like the hardcore Disney fans like go after Disney, the company, over like the past like year or two, is when they were actually defending the like workers who wanted Disney to pay them more, and there was like a strike or something, and that's because, and the reason why is because they love Disney so much that they realize that the Disney cast members at the park are the reason why their Disney experience is so great, and they feel like they should be compensated for making the Disney experience so great. So that's like how hardcore people love Disney, that like the only time they speak against the company is to thank the workers for maximizing the Disney experience. Like, you're not gonna take down Disney, and I think it's backfiring on them big time.
Yeah.
You can get fired if you're a Disney employee and you take off your costume in the middle of like the street. Like they'll fire you on the spot. You can't like remove the magic from the scenario. The workers' rights in Disney theme parks is horrifying. Yeah.
Well, to be fair to them, if a little kid sees Mickey Mouse take his head off, they're gonna have nightmares.
That's true.
And those people, the people who work there though, the people who work there though are hardcore dedicated, and they definitely don't get paid enough. Like they are basically, it's not just a service job. Like they are literally like performers. Even the people who are just doing a service job, like selling popcorn or whatever. They put on a performance based on where they are in the park to match the theme of that particular area in the park. They definitely deserve a lot more than they get paid. And on top of all that, they got to live in Florida.
That's true. I was curious if you all saw how I think we've reached like peak woke outrage. I put a video link in our private chat of Charlie Kirk. So he is going to explain during an ad read his thought process when he opens his refrigerator. And it just goes to show you how rotten these people's fucking brains are. Like, I got a kick out of this clip.
And which one is this one?
Charlie Kirk is the one from Turning Point USA.
Alimi, you'll know him. He of the giant cranium. Massive head. Big, large in size. Expanding.
Was this ketchup bottle? See, this is shit that's pissed me off.
Show is brought to you by Blackout Coffee. It is powered by Blackout Coffee. Family owned, 100% committed to conservative values from sourcing the beans to the roasting process. Customer support, go to blackoutcoffee.com/Charlie. That is blackoutcoffee.com/Charlie. Super happy to partner with them. 100% endorsement. Check it out for all your coffee needs. We are now having to, I'm guilty of this. I'm going through my kitchen, I'm going through my refrigerator, and I'm starting to ask the question, well, is this ketchup bottle woke? Is this mustard? I mean, literally, we're at the place now where we have to go through, is the company that makes this? And so blackoutcoffee.com/Charlie. I'm sure many of you are coffee drinkers.
Oh
He's
my
living a
God.
very happy and fulfilled life, friends. Very happy.
I honestly can't imagine doing these type of ads. Like I get like the general podcast, like I get the general podcast ads. Like Sam Cedar does them on the Majority Report. They're like, they do the ad for like My Tushy, the bidet or whatever.
Do they
like,
really?
It's
I
very
have one
funny
of those.
to hear.
They're awesome, so I can't.
But like I
do
get
too.
I
do
get
too.
I don't, but I get the general podcast ad. Like just like flat out, this is a product. They're paying us. They let us try it out. We think it's a good product.
That's the most important part, though. Like, is your ketchup woke, Matt? That's what we need.
But
to know.
that's the thing. Like the fact that you would have to like make sure. Like it's one thing to be like, this company isn't doing anything inherently bad and against my values, but it's another thing for the brand of the company to be like about your politics. Like what the fuck is conservative coffee? Are they? I don't even know what that means. Are they?
I guarantee you, it's cheap as hell. It sucks shit. They barely put any effort into it, and they know that's going to sell because it's particularly branded towards a certain audience that are going to buy it no matter what. Like that's what that to me. That's what that means. Is they know it doesn't matter what the fuck's in there because these people are going to eat it up. If they're going to buy it, it's because it's on Charlie Kirk's show or whoever else it's on.
You're all skirting past the most important point. Are you all haunted by your condiments? I feel like he's haunted by his condiments. Like he always afraid.
To me, that's just him putting on a show. Like he's like Charlie Kirk is one of these guys. He knows he's full of shit. He 100% knows he's full of shit. So it's part of the act. Like it's just I'm doing this thing now, or I'm looking at my condiment today. I'm gonna bring this tweet up from him because I think I retweet it. I think I did. It was so ridiculous.
I just don't know how you quantify how woke your ketchup is. Like at what point is it too woke?
Donald Trump is facing 100 years in prison for a paperwork dispute. Someone tweeted out how stupid this is by doing some other comparisons. Bill Cosby went to prison for making bad drinks. Kaczynski went to prison because of a couple letters. John Wayne Graysky went to prison for having some kid stay at his house. Charlie Kirk knows how dishonest. He has to know he's being incredibly dishonest with shit like this. Of course he knows. Like these people are just pure grifters. It's just disgusting. Like
your ketchup actually probably is woke because it's probably Heinz. And John Kerry owns Heinz ketchup. He's the heir to the Heinz ketchup throne. So he married into the Heinz.
I did
not know that either.
He married into the Heinz ketchup family.
I will say though, Charlie Kirk is ridiculous, but to be fair to him, I was using some sour cream the other day. The brand was Daisy, and I just got fascist vibes from it, and I didn't feel good about it.
I swear, is unserious.
Oh, and by the way, if you go to that coffee company's website, the first thing that you see is an advertisement with Dan Bongino's square head. Everything about it is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Audience. What y'all got going on? What y'all want to talk about?
What do you want us to talk about? We very clearly don't have
I am
shit.
reading the chat.
I want to talk about woke ketchup, okay? That's what the show's about today.
Someone save me.
Whoever thought that we'd
ketchup,
make it to
coffee.
episode 28 and we're talking about woke ketchup.
We made it 28 episodes.
We should actually just fuck it. We should sell woke ketchup. We should just fucking do it. We should just sell fucking woke ketchup. How hard could it be? We probably have some listener who works on like a tomato farm who could squash some tomatoes together and make us some ketchup.
You have that one farmer reviewer.
Kowalski. How hard would it be to make a couple batches of ketchup for us?
Someone mentioned Spider-Verse. Did y'all watch Spider-Verse?
I did. It was, people said it was. People said it was gonna.
Same.
People were hyping it up, and they said it was gonna be amazing. And I went in with high expectations, and I gotta say, the fucking expectations went above and beyond. It was amazing.
Really?
It's really that good. I think it might be the best superhero movie I've ever seen. It's really that good. Better than any of the live action movies. Honestly,
I'm gonna have to see it in theaters then.
I love
fucking good.
I love the first one, so I want to see the second one.
They really get comic books, Spider-Man the character, all the Spider-Man characters. Really, they get Peter Parker, they get Miles Morales, they get Gwen Stacy,
and she's trans in this.
Well, I know that's up for debate. I think it's they want to keep it up in the air. In my opinion, she's not Gwen Stacy's not trans in this, but her storyline is an alliteration. And it's supposed to, she literally has a flag up in her room that says protect trans kids.
Trans kids.
I don't think they're saying outright she is trans, but they're saying that what she's going through is supposed to match an experience that trans kids go through, and that's that experience. And I actually think that could be more powerful because it actually has, there's probably way more, there are way more cis kids out there who can connect those two things, I think, if they're watching this and go like, oh, you mean like our experiences are one and the same, or can be in various different ways. And I think that's powerful in and of itself. But yeah, there definitely is amazing. I would definitely go see it.
Did you watch the first one or no?
I hated it with all my heart.
Oh, really? No, why?
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have. I've just had to let everybody have things. I saw somebody in the chat say, "Oh, FT made a video about how it was propaganda." Yes, your girl was the one live angry texting the Discord about how it is.
I've heard propaganda in both directions.
It is the most sickening level of
really.
The last time I will give it this. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I said I hated it with all my heart. I am not saying it is a bad movie. Let me be clear. I'm sure the people enjoy it. Beautiful, beautiful animation. The soundtrack was nice. I'm sure children will watch it and love it. And that's why the propaganda hurts that much worse. So I hate it that much more. But I fucking hated it. And I'm not going to go into it. I don't got the time and energy. I don't feel like it. And I don't want to ruin it for people. And then there'll be people bitching and moaning in the comments, whatever. But I will say this. The last time I was this outraged in my skin in the movie theater was 2001. I was 8 years old. I was watching Osmosis Jones. And I told my Grammy, get her things. Let's go. I said, get your things. Get your things.
Wait, so the main thing you didn't like about Spider-Verse was like the cops?
So much. Not just the cops. Not even just the cops. I could get down to the demographics of. Don't get me started. I don't want to get started because if I get started, I have to go through the whole thread and I'm going to go back to bothering my editor about how we should do a video for this. And he's going to have to talk me off the ledge again. So we're just going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. Especially because my boo loves Spider-Man and he asked me nicely to leave it alone. So I'm going to leave it alone.
I will say, like, I sort of like, I see what you're saying. Like, obviously the cop characters, both Gwen Stacy's father and Miles Morales' father.
Don't open the door. I won't stop if you open the door. Binder.
No, but but we should, because I think people are shocked at your takeaway of this movie in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sure people haven't seen this movie. You're gonna get grief.
I don't find it that
as long as we don't spoil it for anybody.
It's I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but I think the issue here is that it's a major part of the comics that he obviously has this relationship with a girl whose father is a cop. I think it's more to add this challenge to Spider-Man than to make the cop seem like a sympathetic character. But also Gwen Stacy's father does do something that shows that, like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but that you can't be a cop and care about your daughter who feels this way. So I'll just leave it there.
Me, the daughter who then gives a speech about, you're a good cop. My mask is your badge. I ought to be like you. You're a good cop. Wow. The dad who held me at gunpoint earlier.
I know. I get it. No, I know. But it's, it's the relationship between kids and their parents are weird like that sometimes,
This fight.
Here's one thing. Okay, to talk Ole off the ledge.
The crime being in Brooklyn and specifically flashing to Bushwick, Bedside, Flatbush, the specific subway stations the specific subway stations in all those areas. The man swings around the whole time. The only time he just suddenly stops swinging just to take the subway in fucking Bed-Stuy to be stopped for crime, to stop the crime. And then his dad's running around Brooklyn like, oh, we just need more resources, more help. Oh.
I want to see this movie so bad.
Don't get me fucking started, because I could listen. I was in that movie ready to die. I went with Alex. I went with Alex. LOL overruled on TikTok for those who know my TikTok famous friend. Alex was like, and like, listen, Alex, the PDs and us just. I look over at Alex. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking like the minute we had gunpoint off the rip of the movie. I'm like, Alex, I look up, I'm like in my seat, the amount of discomfort. I Google, I'm like, what is the fucking runtime on this movie? I see 2 hours and 25 minutes. I said, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. If Alex had not bought this ticket, I would have been out, my guy. I was in there like,
damn.
Oh my
fuck.
god!
Listen, I don't know what movie Ole saw, but the movie's great. You should go.
Yeah, of course.
Superhero movie you've ever seen. That's what you said.
So I can relate.
Listen,
to
anyone.
Ole.
Let's put it this way: anyone who saw both this movie and Little Mermaid with that fucked up looking flounder and. And comes out thinking the Little Mermaid's the better movie. Automatically,
I didn't say it was a bad movie. I said it was a bunch of
okay. That's true.
I said it's a good movie. I'm sure the people enjoy it. I never said it was a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. Olayemi Lupe Olurin, fucking hated it. That is what I said. It is a great movie, brothers. Everybody I know who saw it is like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm sure Alex would have enjoyed it more if he weren't sitting next to me. But he was. So
I don't think I've ever heard anyone ever say that movie was fucking amazing, but I hated it.
So okay, I'm dying to know. Have any of you watched Carnival Row?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's a show on Amazon. It came out in 2019. They finally had like the final season just this year. So the whole show is basically about fascism and how fascism is horrifying and bad, but it's like a magical thing, right? Where the fascists are taking the ferries.
Pause. Let me just say this. Hold on. I got to say this in the comments. It's actually not a minor thing. You think it's a minor thing because you're not a propaganda expert. It's actually not a minor thing. I could take the time, and I maybe eventually will, the minute it is available for me to purchase the movie and walk you through every fucked up thing and dynamic and racial analysis happening in that 2-hour, 25-minute movie. It's not minor. That being said, I am not trying to stop people from enjoying things. That is not, don't go out there saying, oh, I hate Spider-Man. I don't. I like Spider-Man. And I've liked all the other Spider-Mans. Okay. It's just me and the Spider-Man have beef. Yeah. Okay. But I don't mind. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. I just hate it. Okay?
It's hard to separate the art from the political message sometimes. And that's the problem that I had with Carnival Row. Because this series spent so much time showing you how scary the fascists were. And minor spoilers for anyone who wants to watch it. Only for the end of the show, for them to team up with the fascists against the communists who wanted to liberate them, with the ending message essentially being, if we just convince these fascists that we're people, everything's gonna be okay.
But fuck those communists.
Yeah, the communists who they were trying to portray as like very scary because they killed some elites. It's like, the fascists had you all imprisoned for an entire season in this one area that you couldn't leave. And they killed you, they beat you. But as soon as the communists come, no, we've got to team up with the fascists. It was mind-blowing. But having said that, though, painting, like, it was very fun to watch. But the political message at the end had me screaming at my fucking television. Like, how do you side with the Nazis when the commies were here to help you, but you tried to kill... What the fuck? And just the lasting scene rubbed me the wrong way of like the fascists clapping for this couple that was very so like there's mystical creatures. So there was like a rich lady with the rich puck. He has like these horns. So it's like, not human. So that interspecies relationship was, comparable to like interracial relationships in the United States. Obviously, like all of this is like they're trying to mirror reality in a way. But at the end of it, they kissed, and then the fascists clapped for them. I was like, what the? That's not how it works, you dumb motherfuckers. But it was a great show. It was entertaining.
It be
I
like
was
that
thinking
sometimes. Some
maybe
propaganda's nice.
I was thinking maybe they did it in a way where, yes, they teamed up against the communists, but it was like, see, this is why this is a bad idea. But it sounds like it was like a happy ending. Like they destroyed the communists, and then the fascists were good now.
Yeah, the fascists just had a change of heart, and like they tried to give it.
God.
It has Orlando Bloom, by the way, so it's a
unbelievable.
very like well produced show, and he does great in it. But it ends with him saying like, I don't want to be part of you, because he was a cop in the movie, right? And so there's also propaganda in this, in the sense that he was like trying to be this good cop, but he learns that like cops are bad, kind of in a way, right? And they will never accept him because he was half fairy. And so it kind of ends with him saying, "I will never succumb to your bigoted beliefs," or whatever. I'm paraphrasing, only for them to like this couple that was like had to literally leave the town because they were a couple getting clapped at by the fascist. Just fucking it's wild. Like it's straight fascist propaganda.
I mean,
I'm
all
totally fine.
superhero movies go that route, though, in terms of like what superhero doesn't end up having what superhero content.
No,
doesn't
you're
end up
right,
having
and I have the
propaganda?
smoke for it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it's like you have to get rid of the thing or you can't enjoy this thing. It's just frustrating to me when it's something is particularly it was the way it was weaved in to this Spider-Man in a way that I'm like, there's no fucking way, unless somebody is sitting next to an annoying replica of me, that they're going to see this way. And that's really what the issue is for me. I like lots of propaganda. The Powerpuff Girls was my shit as a kid, but I love stuff. I just would prefer there be somebody to be like, hey, you notice that? Which is what my little sister had, and she didn't enjoy that in life, but at least she had it. Okay. So that's my thing. Not that like, oh, you have to get rid of it. Or like, oh, it's bad. It's not one of those things. I think, sometimes what happens is on the internet is like, if you say you don't like something, people think that means you think it shouldn't be there. Like it doesn't belong or whatever. That's not what I mean. Like, obviously, I love superhero stuff. I love all kind of nerd shit and comics. And I'm probably gonna see the next one because I'm fucking with Paula. I hope he's successful. I hope he takes everybody out the game. Whatever evil deeds he has planned, I'm here for it. Get all these police.
We'd have to get rid of Batman, and like Batman's he's a cop.
Don't get me fucking started.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on that.
I agree with
And Batman's the worst of them all. He works directly with the cops. Yeah.
He just beats up the poors. He dresses up and then beats up poor people. That's his entire arc. And then like every episode's like, which poor people are you beating up today, Batman? Oh well, we'll see.
It was especially bad in the Dark Knight movies, where like you actually find yourself ending up like, wait a minute, what Bane is saying makes a lot of sense. What the fuck is going on?
I was always a kid. I was always on the side of who was. I was a defense attorney in my spirit as a child. I was always on. I watched Lion King like. So we don't feel like y'all don't see why Scar might be upset about his living conditions. I was watching. I always was like, why are they a villain? Are they a villain or are they an antagonist?
I agree.
It always made sense to me. I always was like, hold on now, let's examine this. Let's slow down. Because why are you saying they're a villain? Why? Because this man, he's just the protagonist. That's just his perspective. Let's get into what Ursula is talking about. Let's maybe take a big picture look. I
don't know.
I was like that from time. Always, they were always my favorites. Like, so I don't mind. Just call it out. Yeah, no, Batman's the worst. He's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate Batman.
He's a cop.
Yeah,
I do
think about.
I hate Captain America.
No, Captain America is the good. No, Captain America is the good one, actually.
I don't give a fuck. No, fuck all that.
No. In terms of like him being the anti-cop, anti-authoritarian, like he's the one who actually ends up fighting with Tony Stark over the fact that the government wants to. Well, that's in the comics too, in Civil War, but that's also the Civil War movie. Captain America is the one who's like, I don't want to fucking work with the government on this. I want the government
he's still whack. He's
registering us and shit.
Like he's real whack.
Yeah, because Captain America imagery is but he's also like
corny.
He is also Mr. Anti-Fascist though. He's probably the most the most leftist of the superheroes.
That's bizarre for the most like patriotic one to be the furthest like to the left.
Well, I think that was the message they were trying to.
Yes,
but I think that was the message they're trying to.
Oh, now you understand. I hate him. Like, we're there. We got there. Like, thank you.
That's how they tie it in.
Yes, no, I love Loki. Made all the sense in the world. That's my guy. I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, these motherfuckers done gone up to the place, done tow up your place, kidnap you and take care, and you supposed to be grateful. Fuck them. Like, so
Magneto in the X-Men comics.
My nigga too.
Magneto's right. Magneto,
he's legit. Yeah,
right.
I always like
agree.
Magneto.
I agree. Yeah. Team. I'm Team Magneto. 100%. He's right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't know about Killmonger. Yo, hold on. Y'all said. I
Really?
don't know. I can't decide. I don't know if I don't hate him. I don't dislike Killmonger, but I don't know. I haven't quite decided whose side personally I'm on. Because I understand both perspectives as it pertains to Black Panther and Killmonger. I get it. I understand. And mostly I'd be like, let's stay out of country's business, Killmonger. How you getting their business? Like, how you get to be making plans with they with their technology? Now you upset.
At the end of the day, though, my favorite superhero has always been Gambit because you got a Cajun ladies man there, and I just totally feel one and the same with Gambit.
He was always good in the cartoon. I enjoyed the X-Men cartoon.
I agree.
Yeah, I love X-Men. Rogue went hard. That's my gal.
The movies ruined Rogue. She wasn't supposed to be some like innocent little kid.
Not as good.
She was
in
a
the movie.
freaking badass in the comics. She was like a very very sure of herself grown woman. Like she wasn't some like a self-conscious kid like they portrayed her in the movies. They should have just had her play Jubilee. They should have just had Anna, whatever her name is. What's her name? Suki in True Blood.
Yeah, my
Suki.
name is Anna.
Suki.
Jubilee got fucked over. Fireworks? What the fuck? Like.
No, I still remember like seeing that X-Men for the first time, like seeing Rogue and like seeing that's so it left such an impression that I can't dislike it. It's very like iconic in my brain, especially like seeing like the early Nightcrawler. I fucked with it. I love me some X-Men. Yeah, X-Men is dope. Who else I like? I don't know, but it's not sure.
Oh, Judge Dredd is pretty anti-cop. If you're looking for the anti-cop hero,
He is a cop though. He's
the cop but he's the cop who fucking like kills all the other.
You need to understand who I am.
What about RoboCop?
Oh, he's the worst. He's like a fascist. He's bad. He's not. He's like a bad guy who they turned into a hero. He's a real problem.
RoboCop 1 is a fucking amazing movie. Everyone should watch RoboCop 1. It's really good. Yeah,
never seen it.
I'm just reading that. What? Oh.
All right, what else, y'all, audience?
This program?
Yeah, what else is going on?
You're talking about the news, right?
Well, the Spider-Verse movie just came out. It's on everyone's mind. So the Spider-Verse thing is current event.
That was fine, but then now we're talking about X-Men. Like we're just going on.
Well,
we have not talked about shit.
like David said, not much happened this week. The week that the former president of the United States got indicted, got arrested. Yeah. What else happened?
Conversation.
We should call this the episode about nothing.
I talked about all obscure ass stories this week on my channel. I've got shit.
Wait, okay, no, I have one. Mike, you did a really good job. In Kelowna, in Canada, a fucking 9-year-old cis girl got called out for winning the competition by a fucking transphobe who thought that she was trans. And it's really fucked up, and it's made international news, and it's pretty wild to see that. Like fucking, I was just in Kelowna like 2 weeks ago. It's nuts that it's all over now. Fuck that guy. Like, God damn, you know.
I purposely did not look at, like, when it comes to kids and this kind of shit, it bothers me to a point where I can't even like consume the information to cover it. But yeah, tell us, Mike, what was the story about?
Yeah, so it was at a track meet or something. It was some event. And there was this boomer dude who I don't know if he yelled at the girl directly, but there was yelling because she was crying, according to her parents, because she had a pixie haircut. When it was her turn to compete or whatever, he said, "Why are they letting boys compete?" And so he then was pointing at her, saying she's obviously trans. And then he pointed to another little girl with short hair, apparently. And then she has two moms, right? So that's probably part of what, like, because he probably thought, okay, these are. He should have, but they did ban him from every single sporting event. But his wife then started to call the two moms groomers, pedophiles, mutilators.
Where did you get that? Like, where is that coming from, right? Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is the indoctrination from all these right-wing YouTubers.
They would have told an ass whooping out of this world, a cut ass. They need, listen, people that, these are white people. Everybody involved was white.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should have fucked them up. This would have been, they should have beat their ass. What are you talking about? What is the point? Please exercise your white privilege, white ladies. Next time, swing on them. Swing on them. Okay, you will be A-okay. Whoop ass. Like, what are you talking about? Foolishness. Let them say what's your turn.
Yeah. It's not only so fucked up. Like, when you see the photo of the dude, he clearly, like, the guy is probably taking some form of, let's just say, gender affirming care. He's quite swole. He's quite large. He may be. Or
he's an old man too. He's like an old guy.
He's a very old man.
He's 63. Joseph Tassar. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's jacked. He may be taking gender affirming care in some form or another. He may be taking hormone supplements. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, why are you calling out kids? He didn't even have a kid in the fucking track meet. He's just showing up there being like, oh, you're all trans, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God. This is wild. I knew this shit was going to happen because like there's way more cis people than there is trans people, and now there's transphobia and the bigotry is going to spill over. And now we have all these stories. Like, have y'all seen the one where there was a cis woman in a bathroom and she started filming because another woman in the bathroom was like, "You have to identify yourself. What gender are you identifying as now? Like, you're not supposed to be in the right bathroom." I was like, this shit is fucking wild. Like there's investigations going on, the internet and shit.
Also with short hair, like that cis woman, she said she didn't have a problem before with her short hair, but she did have a problem then. And she was harassed by a woman. This was in last May, I want to say. And all because of short hair. So now, like, if you don't perfectly align with your gender identity or perceived gender identity, then you could be the subject of transphobic harassment, because this little girl just had a pixie haircut, and it wasn't even like a very short pixie. Like, it was like basically like, it looked like it's like a common haircut,
Cheers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She could have any child over anything. You got fucking issues. Like, this is.
That's the problem, and I've been saying this all along. That's the problem with cis women not realizing, like, you playing into transgender, all this transphobia and all this rhetoric designed to harm trans people, but it will expand and come to us because now you're gonna live in a world where people are they're invading your privacy and exposing you to danger, trying to figure out what your gender is and blah 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 blah. And you are helping foster a world, like I've been saying it, like people need to stop caring about other marginalized people as doing them a favor and perceive it as looking out for yourself. If they come for them in the morning, they'll come for you at night. I keep saying that. Like, it doesn't even have to be you. It does not have to be out of altruism and caring about other people. You can make it purely about yourself. They gonna get them and then they gonna get you. Now look. Oh.
Yeah, and this whole like phenomenon with transvestigating kids, it's scary how quickly it's growing. Like Megan Fox even had to respond because one of these right-wing politicians, I think Robbie Starbuck or whatever, he posted a picture of her and her children. She goes out of her way to avoid posting pics of her kids because one of her kids, her oldest kid, is gender non-conforming, and she just lets them wear whatever they want to wear. So they were assigned male at birth, but they wear female clothes, and she's just letting her kid be a kid. But this dude posted a photograph of her with her kids online and saying, "Oh, she makes them all wear girls' clothing and forces them to." I used to know her actually, and like, so one of her kids is wearing like presumably female clothing, but the other two, like her other two sons, they just have like long hair. That's it. Like, they're not wearing girls' clothes. So they're trying to transvestigate, the kids of somebody who's trying to keep her kids out of the spotlight because they're getting bullied for things like this. And this is like a very prominent conservative online. Like, it's getting scary to where like they're actually going after kids. Like, it's psychopathic behavior.
I got to issue a quick correction. Apparently, the person who was being transphobic, his granddaughter was playing in the track meet.
It was a grand.
And chat corrected me, and I will issue that correction. Yes.
I will say that the local news affiliate Castanet interviewed him afterwards, and you could tell he was so full of shit with everything that he said, like where he basically admitted that he was transphobic, but he didn't yell. Apparently, he's like, no, I quietly went over to the school official and I asked them why they're letting boys play. It's like, okay, then why was the little girl crying then? Like you very clearly weren't just saying that. Oh, and another one crazy aspect about this story is that he wanted papers to prove that this was actually a little cis girl.
Yeah, he demanded papers, and like you keep making fun of this shit where it's just like, you know, right wingers are actually being like, I want to inspect your genitals. That's supposed to be like a meme. It's actually happening. Like that's fucked. That's incredibly fucked. Like this is like where where was leaded.
I saw this shared by Trap Queen Enthusiast here. No, it's the flags that are wrong. Like, how do these freaks not how do these people not fucking understand?
Yeah. Leave kids
like
alone.
It's one thing for conservative media to push this shit out there and, you know, indoctrinate people. It's another for morons to fucking fall for it. Like the media knows what they're doing, and they're obviously you know, in the wrong and should face all the blame. But when you have people consuming this shit and actually believing it, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Yeah,
how fucking dumb do you have to be?
It's really frustrating because
it's frustrating.
Yeah, like you and Emma Vigeland made some really good points in an exchange that you had with Ryan Grimm. I included that in my video, actually, where it's like this whole, like this hysteria, this adult grandfather transvestigating a child, it stems from this whole bullshit around like trans athletes in sports. When if you look at the number, so the total number, the estimated number of trans athletes at like colleges, it's 100, less than 100. The total number of trans athletes in K through 12 is about 50. So we're talking about such a small portion of the population that statistically speaking, you are more likely to get bit by a shark than to encounter a trans kid in K through 12. Like that's literally where we're at. Like it's such a small portion of the population, right? There's probably more members of the Flat Earth Society than there are trans athletes. But this is like the biggest issue. Yeah, thank you. Seeing people watch the video. Yeah, I worked really hard on that video, so I'm glad that people really like that. Because yeah, it's such a non-issue, and it's disingenuous because the way that they approach this is they pretend as if they care about women's sports. When you have like actual athletes who are saying it's not trans people who are the problem, it's funding. Look at our weight room compared to the guys' weight room. This was a viral TikTok from Sedona Prince at the University of Oregon. You know, they're saying, hey, these are the issues here. We have so little funding compared to the guys. We don't even get like swag bags as good as men at the tournaments, but you're focused on trans people. We're telling you what the issue is. If you care about sports, listen to us. So
it's
the
because
whole thing
they don't actually
exactly.
fucking care about women's sports. Of course they fucking don't. It's all a fucking act.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
The wild thing is like the journalism too. Like, why is it that like journalists are failing so much in this moment? It's like on one side, the right wing is basically being like, we want to eradicate this group of people. And all of a sudden the newspapers, Washington Post, BBC, you name it, let's both sides this. Let's talk to detransitioners, even though like less than 5% of, you know, people who undergo like gender affirming care detransition. So let's platform them. And then all of a sudden this is the debate. And now it's a debate. It's like, this is not a debate. You know, like very recently, I don't know if y'all saw Michael Knowles, a lot of Daily Wire people, Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, I think Jordan Peterson too. They all got a ton of strikes, demonetized. It's all happening during Pride. You know, finally, bare minimum. Thank you very much. And at the same time, it's like these people are pushing ascientific nonsense, hate speech all the time on YouTube, and they just get away with it, like over and over and over. You know, for a really long time up until this point.
Yeah, it's well, especially some of these, like this isn't just traditional bigotry. That's what I don't think people understand. Like the rhetoric is genocidal. It's targeted harassment in a lot of instances, like Dylan Mulvaney, for example. Like if you look at Matt Walsh's content with regard to Dylan Mulvaney, that is just straight up targeted harassment. And by the way, Dylan Mulvaney, blonde hair looks really good, by the way. But yeah, it's like they're sick. Like it's hate speech and yeah, not shedding any tears for them.
Matt Walsh was like straight up posting all like, I know it's publicly available information, but it's like, hey, by the way, here's all the doctors, teachers, and here's all the nurses, and here's their emails, and here's the public information. And all of a sudden it's like the Boston Children's Hospital is getting bomb threats. And I was like, okay, so now YouTube's gonna take a stance, obviously. Like, this is outrageous. Nothing. And so like, I'm really happy it's happening now, but like, they have gone so far with this shit. Like, it has gotten out of control. I have normie friends who are like, why the fuck are people so angry online? Why are they so aggressive? Like a mass shooting happens in like, Club Q, and instead of thoughts and prayers, it's like, fuck around and find out kind of shit.
Yeah.
Coming from the right. And you're like, holy shit, when did this happen? When did this flip happen where all of a sudden the right is so angry and like, possessed? This is probably the best way I could put it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's scary. Scary times for sure.
Anyways, super chats or what?
Yeah.
We haven't done any news. David, do one news. Do a news. One news.
We did news. We did some news. Nothing really happened this week. We did
I will
news.
tell you what I just saw.
We talked about Cornell West. Talked about some other shit.
I'll tell you what I just saw is body cam footage shows police fatally shooting a 14-year-old boy in the stomach while he's pinned to the ground in a Denver suburb. Killed this little black boy on video.
When was this?
June 1st. And the video is out
like,
now.
It just come out now?
I added it to my story on Instagram. I'll retweet it from Ben Crumps.
Jesus.
And put it on to Twitter. And y'all could go to my timeline if you're looking for the story. 1 second. I'm about to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was just watching an episode of Philip DeFranco, and he was talking about a story where like there were 6 cops and they all turned off their body cams. And just, I mean, yeah, I don't want to like share the details because I'll misrepresent it, but watch his latest video on it. It was insane what they did.
I'm gonna send the link to our chat.
If there's an actual video of it, I probably can't play it here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I'll tell you the story. Yeah. But anyway, that's news, unfortunately. Maybe I'll do a what's the 411 on it on my channel.
Depressing.
Yep. So news. Super chats.
On that note,
if we go to the super chats, I'm sure people have lots of questions on.
Yeah, there's topics in here always.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
There we go. Archangel for
nice. Mike, love the dog cam when you have it in your videos. Glad you're out of the demonetization desert. Thank you so much. The dog cam videos are actually clips from my Twitch streams. I'm usually on Twitch on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. PST, so feel free to check it out. I haven't been like super regular on Twitch, but I try to go do a stream for like a couple of hours every Wednesday. So yeah, thank you.
Also for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Venetia David, with £5. I've been binge watching your videos this week, Mike. Thanks for all your excellent reporting as always. I appreciate that. I didn't know that my videos were bingeable, but that makes me feel really good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they are.
I appreciate that.
I think this is also yours.
Oh, okay. So from Lee, $5 at everyone. I love how different the chats are. David's Fight Club, Matt's the Yoga Room, Mike's the political equivalent of the Orgy Dome at Burning Man. Wow.
I want to be in Mike's chat. What?
I guess I got to check out the chat. I didn't know this was going on.
I think this is also yours.
Mike Thompson, $5. I'm an OTR truck driver and not very motivated to schedule home time just to vote for Biden. I would be for Williams or West. Yeah, I mean, if you whatever gets you to the polls, I think that's really important. If you don't care about the presidential election, then down ballot Democrats, that's important. Ballot initiatives also really important. I will say once again though that if you were in a blue state or in a swing state, one of these states that are like really close, like Georgia, don't risk it. Vote for the Democrat in that instance, because you don't want to risk a fascist takeover. Like Alejandro Carballo just a couple weeks ago was saying that like a Republican president can unilaterally ban gender affirming care across the board just by weaponizing the FDA. So like just be very cognizant of that. If you live in a deep blue or red state, it really doesn't matter that much. But if you're in one of these really close states, don't risk it.
We do not ignore the chat, WrestleManiac. He says they ignored his chat. Lies. I read.
No, we don't. Yeah, WrestleManiac. You got our attention.
There you go, Mike.
Oh, nice. Mike, you should mentor Lance on beard growing. You know what? I think that Lance looks good without the beard.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Matt. Or Lance.
Lance, you're muted.
Right. Wait, can you hear me now? Am I good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna give everyone a free bingo card. The reason I can't grow facial hair is because my mom's indigenous, my great grandma is Cree, and I can't grow facial hair. I'm hairless. Like I'm actually hairless. That's like the only. It's the only indigenous visibly.
Someone take it off your bingo. You're taking off your bingo, Lance.
Oh, right.
You can have that. You can have that bingo card. There you go. But I'm hairless because of that. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Well, you shave though, right? Like your face?
I shave. Yeah, I shave my face. But like, if I try to grow facial hair, it's a mess. It's just like a little like weird patches like here and there. Like it's terrible. Yeah, it's not good for anyone.
I can't get over all these super chats Mike's receiving. This is just devastating for me. This is.
Well, this one's for you, Bender. Actually, Bender, you got some big ones coming up, so don't you worry.
All right, cool. This is a damn Cedar with a super chat. I would watch a full stream of Ole giving Binder a makeover while he explains crypto.
That would be fucking amazing.
I would do that. I would have Binder out here looking cute.
You're both in New York, right? This could happen.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
We are the only two that live.
That's true. And then
I mean, we probably live max 20, 30 minutes away from each other, probably.
Yeah, probably.
No shit.
Best friends.
I mean, she's in Brooklyn. I'm in Queens.
Shame on both of you. You should party. Come on.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
I think this is for Mike.
Okay, well, Parker, $5. Thank you. I just want to shout out Mike for having the most leftist items in his background compared to the rest of y'all. That Socialist Manifesto book. Thank you. I know you can't see all of Olay's, but she's got the entire bookcase.
Every black thinker is it. What are we talking about? What was
She does have a library.
The funny thing is, I have that exact same book, Mike, behind me. It's just, it's on that shelf. It's under the God of War book, but you can't read it obviously, but it's right there.
I'm interested in the God of War book, David, if I'm being honest.
I'm curious. The new game's amazing, right? I haven't played it yet.
It is one of my favorite games of all time. I freaking loved it.
I second that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I think this is for Mike as well.
Oh, Ole, I love that you don't make reaction videos.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay.
I don't make reaction videos either. Where's my props?
This one's for me. Thank you, One Ball 390. This is for Bender.
For Resto Montero with a super chat, Hassan Piker had a guest yesterday that was talking about doing some kind of collab with Ole, and I was going, hey, which is why I gave Matt money.
FD Signifier.
Oh, dude,
he was on Hassan's stream
it
yesterday.
was so good. It was so good. Oh, man. Yeah, that was amazing.
Marsha, this is for me. Marsha Everett says, now is the time to pull a major bluff. We all need to act like we're gone and help at the state meetings. We need treasurers, co-chairs, secretary meet. Yeah, you mean in terms of like putting effort into state and local races? Yeah, I mean that's why I find this any hoopla, any over focus on like a third party run is just like the idea that how you vote that should define who you are as like politically is so ridiculous to me. Voting is a tool, especially at the national level. So yeah, that effort should definitely go locally. I agree. Rachel says Dimitri Lascaris, with all due respect, WTF. Lance, have you followed Dimitri Lascaris at all? I'm curious.
No, not at all. What's up?
I don't know what to say. So look, I don't know what to say. So he ran for the Green Party nomination, and I supported him. This is back, I guess 5 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't know, it was a while ago, like 2018, 2019. This is after Elizabeth May had left, and I thought he was the best candidate at the time. Sorry.
As soon as I saw his photo, I was like, oh, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he was the best candidate at the time. Now I don't know what's going on with him. He's been to Russia a lot. Or, I shouldn't say a lot, but he's been to Russia. He took photos about being in Russia. He's a lot of his posts now are about defending Russia. I don't understand people anymore.
Why is there so many left to Russia?
I can't even begin to speculate because he's for a while he was before this Russia stuff. He was solid. Like he was great. I don't know what the hell's going on now. So I don't know. It's very bizarre. This is for Bender.
Holy shit.
Olay, I think you're muted if you're talking to us.
Ooh.
He said to the people in the comments saying they want FD on Leftist Mafia, he's coming on June 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amazing.
Mm-hmm. Be sure to tune in.
AK Tanker with a $50 super chat. Jeez, thank you so much, AK Tanker.
I told you a big one coming up.
According to YouTube, this is the first super chat from AK Tanker to me as well. I appreciate it. Appreciate the detailed research, comedy, and consistently melting the minds / sensibilities of many conservative types on the regular. Much love to the rest of the Mafia. I really appreciate it, AK Tanker. It means a lot. Thank you. And I'm sure everyone else appreciates it too.
Yeah.
This is also for you.
Foresto Montero with the super chat. The stock market is just a thermometer measuring the most easily deluded sociopaths on the planet. It's people with money opining without expertise. Yeah, well, I mean, some of them, yeah, it's a bit of both for sure. Yeah, a lot of people are investing in the stock market nowadays are got dreams of being get rich quick day traders. And they don't know what they're doing. Not that the people who do know what they're doing are any better, to be quite honest.
Where am I here? I think this is for me. Goblin, I'm not going to read the rest of that, says, a bribe for Daddy Lance to talk about BC United. Lance? Did Lance go?
Lance Daddy is powerful.
Oh, he dropped out.
Daddy Lance.
I love when Lance. I love that Lance Irish exits. He's such a. It relieved all the people who didn't like when I would mention astrology, but Lance does consistently act like me, and we are both Leos. So, just saying, an Irish exiting king.
Yeah, he doesn't say bye. Just like pieces out. All right.
Me too. I love it. He sets the tone, and then I feel free to do it.
I aspire to be that, but I have a hard time doing that.
Same.
I just leave.
All right. Where am I here? Oh, this is for Bender.
Wanda with a $10 super chat. Virginia primary is Tuesday, June 20th. If you live in Virginia, we're a family there. Get out and vote. Some anti-choice Dem men need to be voted out. Entire Virginia legislature up for re-election. Abortion rights in peril. Yes, please listen to Wanda. If you are in Virginia, Tuesday is the day to go out and vote. I'm not that familiar, obviously, with the statewide local candidates, but Wanda, if you want to mention, you don't got to pay again. I'll look out for your chat. If you want to mention who is good, Wanda's been a long-time listener of mine, so I trust Wanda's picks here. If you want to drop who people should at least look into, feel free to name them. You don't got to pay another super chat. I'll look out for
Wanda's a sweetheart. I love Wanda.
I think this is for you, Mike.
Oh, okay. So from Hannah McGuire, $5. Charlie Kirk has an uppercase head and a lowercase face. Ravana said that once, and I never recovered. That is fucking genius.
Ravana is great. I think
we need to get Ravana on this show.
Oh, definitely. We should definitely invite Ravana.
She is amazing.
Yeah,
she's been on Doomed a few times, and it's actually some of my favorite episodes. She's very funny.
She's hilarious.
She's great. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel really like there are people that I associate with, like that I know online, like leftists and like YouTubers and stuff that I haven't invited on. I am terrible at all that stuff, at like even thinking about guests. Like, so in case any of you great people are watching, I think I invited Andrea, maybe the only person I've actually brought on the show.
Yeah, I gotta invite some people. I gotta invite some people on. You guys all do like usually like your solo video stuff. My stream twice a week with Scam Economy and Doomed is I have a guest on, so I'm already booking 2 people a week. So by the time I even think about Leftist Mafia, I'm like, let those fuckers book this guest.
I also just feel like this is my nature. I feel like I'm bothering people when I message them.
I worry
be
about
like,
that
hey,
too.
want to come on the show and like spend 3 hours of your day on here? Like this, I just feel bad.
Nah, don't feel that way. People genuinely, I mean, if they didn't want to do it, they just wouldn't do it. People, I think, genuinely, there's people I go back to all the time, like who've been on before, and they usually say yes right away. Who they could turn me down, I wouldn't take it personally.
Same here.
I think
but
people like doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just so people know, because I see other recommendations, there's a long list of people that we all want to bring on the show, and at some point we will. So yeah, don't fear. There's lots of great people that we want to bring on for sure.
Bender, another big one for you. Look at this.
Ooh. Wow,
spin me a sailcloth with a $20 super chat. Jeez, did you know the Lombard steam log hauler is the predecessor machine of all continuous track vehicles, including snowmobiles, treaded vehicles, and tanks? Left is best. Learn to use the tools or end up getting used by them. I don't even know what the words you put together mean, but I appreciate Lombard steam log haulers. First time I've ever said, maybe the first time I've ever even said the word Lombard. Definitely the first time I've ever said any of those 4 words in any close capacity.
Actually, since Lance is back, Lance, there was one that was directed towards you.
Oh, right.
As you left.
Sorry, did everyone think I leave? No. I literally
thought you left. Yeah.
My camera.
We were so sad.
I literally text you an Irish exiting king.
I thought he was pulling it. I thought
I would just drop out. No. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
I thought Lance was pulling a David Dole. Super chats are happening, and it's time to peace out.
So this one is for you, Lance. Right here, a bribe for Daddy Lance to talk about BC United.
Would
you like to talk about BC United?
Well, I'm going to feign ignorance right now. BC United. Okay, hold on 1 second. Keep moving and let me research.
I got to respond to somebody said maybe Hal Sparks come on. No, I hate Hal Sparks. He's a libtard. I mean, if everybody else wants him on, maybe. But I hate Hal Sparks.
What? That has to be a joke post, right?
It has to be.
Who's Hal Sparks? I don't even know.
He's some libtard comedian. I hate him.
Yeah, I don't know. He hates on like just standard progressive positions like healthcare for all. Like he's a weird guy to be hating on just basic ass shit.
Yeah, he's a freak. I hate him.
Sorry. So BC United is the Liberal Party of BC. It's terrible. It's horrible. That's my opinion.
Aren't they irrelevant? That's
Well, they are right now. So I'll just say my hot take is fuck them. That's it. Fuck
there you
go.
Yeah. Gotta find where I was before here. I was here. Yes. I think this is
Letterhack is awesome.
Oh, that's it for me.
Love
Letterhack, of course, awesome. Actually, we should bring Letterhack on the show too.
Yes.
Comic book movies will always run the risk of being a poor imitation of actual comic books, which are a far superior medium.
Oh.
I mean, as someone who creates comic books, I would expect nothing less.
Letterhack is actually he is drawn my favorite rendition of me. He a few times over the years he's illustrated what the Majority Report crew would look like if they were Peanuts characters. And I am the who's the kid with all the dust and stuff around him all the time?
Oh my god, yes!
That's 100% you.
Yes.
That is definitely you.
But it's a wonderful rendition of me. It's my favorite way anyone's ever drawn me. And I have been drawn by a few people over the years who are fans. Pigpen, yes. And in fact, I think I meant to ask him while he's on. I know that the Majority Report Discord uses the Matt Binder Pigpen as one of the emotes. Do you have that letter hack? Because if you do, get that. Can you get the emote version of it to me so I could upload it to my YouTube and Twitch as an official emote? Because I love it.
I love his version of me too. So I was on a show a few weeks ago, and he He drew me in a Toronto Maple Leaf shirt, and that was the best gift anybody could have given me. It was right after they lost too, so I felt like, look at this nice parting gift for the Leafs and me. It was great.
I was on Monday, and he drew me, and he did amazing. I just fucking love the letter hack. Who doesn't?
Did you pay respect to your beard? Was it like a good cartoon beard?
It was.
Oh, it was.
he does a good beard, yeah.
Yeah. He's got it down. Yeah.
He got my tattoos pretty well too. Like they're pretty accurate.
Whoa.
Really, really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, in
Even
terms
the
of when he
logo,
tries to,
super intricate, he got it all.
I actually think the pig pen version of me actually looks more like real life version of me than when he tries to draw a real life version of me.
Because in real life, there is a dust cloud around you as you walk around.
There is. I mean, listen, I have that. I mean, I've had that punk cred since I was like 12 years old. It's still.
I want to be drawn in that format, like that same Miss Peanuts thing. I want one. Letter hack.
There you go. The challenge has been thrown down.
He's done so much like free content. I feel like we all owe him like so much money.
I'm going on the show.
Oh right, yeah, you're going on. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, this is for Bender.
Buckets with a super chat. I legit would be interested in Ole putting out a breakdown of the propaganda messaging of Spider-Man. There you
My
go.
editor does not appreciate that.
Why not? That would actually that would probably do very well for you. It's my guess.
We have like outside of this next video that we're putting out this week, our next like 3 videos are big. But yes, I actually probably will do it. You're right. I'll put it on my agenda.
I'd be interested in seeing what you have to say.
Your panel with Cornell, like talking about Cornell West, is essential viewing. It's a really good video.
Yes.
So it's already at 32,000. Keep pumping that shit. Like, it's such a good video. Oh, well, never mind. I am wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and I'm also at 21,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Nice. That's awesome.
And, yes.
And Ole, like 38,000 for an hour-long video is
39
or 39 for an hour-long video is impressive.
Thank you. I love it.
Puts me to shame. I'll be honest.
I'm putting out Ole and Friends next week with a different panel, a different all-about panel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
I'm excited.
That was an amazing panel. It was really good.
Yes.
Andrew
I love that panel.
Wyatt.
They'll come back.
Actually, before I forget, since I had the tab open, I did want to shout this out. I saw you post this.
Oh yeah.
High school students watching your video.
That's so cool.
Yes. Yeah, they were watching my what's the 411 on abolition. See right there.
Oh,
that is so cool to see.
They tagged me on IG. I was like, oh, that makes me feel like that was productive. I was like, oh, great.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is just so cool. That's got to feel good. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like that. I was like, oh, good. I'm glad my what's the 411s are cute. They're useful. I like that. Because I like all my different segment types. So I like to see different ones be different appreciated. I'm like, oh yeah. Hey, y'all like that.
That's awesome.
Andrew Wyatt here says the Green Party debates with Dr. West fire. I would have preferred him to. I mean, this is not going to happen because the DNC is not going to hold debates. But Dr. West debating other Green Party candidates is not really going to be all that interesting, I think. They're all just going to agree on the same issue. I don't know, like what kind of debate is really going to happen on that stage.
They're all going to say the same thing, but Cornel West will say it the best.
Oh, and eloquently.
Yeah.
Snack Panther, I think this is me. Yes, says I'm sure I am a lot like Olay. When a car chase, I root for the suspect to get away from the cops.
and I do. And I do always.
This is Bender.
Thank you. Tracks.
We got a super chat from Derek Ross. Captain America is the platonic ideal of propaganda. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure upset. Look at these.
Because I don't think I think I get the whole USA rah 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 stuff for sure, but I don't know any cops who are anti-fascist like Captain America is.
I don't know why you don't see the propaganda.
I see the fact. I see the idea of Mr. America being that person, yes, obviously, yes. But in terms of what he actually does, he's probably the least problematic of the superheroes.
I suppose, if you say so. Someone said I just entered a lay on YouTube and got a shit ton of cosmetic links. I have a government name, Olayemi Olurin, but you should type in Olurinati, or someone posts a link in the chat. And someone said, "Why is Olay's bottom lip twitching? Stop watching me so hard. I chew my cheeks. It's just
Oh my god! What are like
when I'm not
zooming
paying
on?
attention.
Fuck!
When I'm being
The
asked if I'm
microscope on Olay.
Be normal, please.
Holy yeah. Be normal challenge impossible. Holy shit.
There's,
letter
like,
hack.
comments like that justify all the social anxiety I have. Like, it's like, what are you guys fucking zooming on me on my Twitch when I get like my Twitter sometimes? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like that's really not normal. Don't analyze Olay. That, like, stop. Be normal, okay? Please. Holy shit.
It's okay, y'all. I chew my cheeks. I can't help it. I've always done it my whole life. I can't stop.
You're in good company.
You should be able to chew your cheeks without somebody fucking sitting there. You know, like, it's not okay. That's not
right. And I saw someone say,
what's going on?
And I saw someone say, bypass my editor to do the Spider-Man thing. First of all, I love my editor. Shout out to Sherlock Oates Aaron. That is my fucking guy. When I say my editor wouldn't like it, I don't mean like he's gonna stop me. I just mean anything I do, my editor is directly involved in making the vision happen. I wouldn't just live stream it because I don't know if y'all noticed, but everything on Illuminati is a little bit of a production. Like, so yeah, you got to give us time. Give us like a month or so.
This one is for Mike.
Letter hack, $25. Letter hack, you drew. I should be okay. I'm gonna go on your stream and give the $25 back to you.
Yeah,
but thank you. Thank you, Mike, for coming on my show. Thank you for the invite. That was such a great show. David was on already. And Ole is joining me in a couple weeks. Now I have to get invites out to Matt and Lance too. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say maybe Letterhack's giving you this money because he wants you to draw him. Ever think of that? Tables turning.
I don't. That might not go very well. I'm not very good. You all saw my Trump drawing.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I can't draw for shit either.
Letterhack, send out that invite. I'd be happy to.
Infant content. This I think is Mike.
Oh, okay. How have you all not talked about the orcas attacking yachts? Oh, and other ships lately. The orcas want the smoke
because I don't want to piss them off. I don't want them to think about it.
I'm Team Orca. No. I pledge myself. I pledge allegiance to the orcas. I will do whatever you want. Like, honestly, like my fealty is to the orcas. Like 100%.
I've been hearing about these stories, and the orcas, I salute them. I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe that would be a good video. I don't know.
It is awesome. Listen, I don't know what they're actually doing, but if they're actually like figuring out, we're in some like evolutionary step here where the orcas are realizing what humans have done to them, and they're home. Like that, this is awesome. I'm ready to face the revenge. Honestly, I'll take it.
100%.
Yeah, I'm on Team Orca.
I'm on Team Orca. Yeah,
such a great story.
I'm on Team Orca, but I also like swimming, so I don't want to be killed. Like,
well, they haven't gone after people that I've seen yet. They go after. Like, there's this crazy video. There's this crazy video though, where they're not just going after the yacht; they're specifically targeting the rudder. Like they know where to go.
And they're communicating with each other to target the rudder. It's nuts. Yeah, no,
they've had enough.
Yeah, they've had enough. I agree. Yep, Team Orca.
We said eat the rich. They're actually fucking doing it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
They're leading by example.
Orcas are the real ones.
Yeah.
This is
maybe there's other smart animals in the sea. Like once the dolphins catch on to what the orcas are doing, and the whales are fucking catching on to what they're doing, who knows? Maybe we'll have a full on ocean revolution. I don't know.
I mean, they're gonna take over. They'll be the most intelligent species once climate change kills us off if they survive. So they're gonna inherit this.
Not a high bar to cross.
True. That is very true.
They could send like the lobsters and crabs for a land raid, and who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, I might have to team up with them. Billy Shea Taylor with $5. Leftist Mafia, the young Thundercats of the left. I love this. You guys make this middle-aged trans lady happy. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Billy. I love seeing comments like this.
Yeah, that's a great comment. That's sweet. I love that.
Yeah.
Snack Panther says, thanks to you all. You make Thursday night awesome. Thank you, Snack Panther.
I love Snack Panther.
I love kind comments.
Yeah.
This is for me. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing that name. C. Dejinmir.
I have problems pronouncing that name every week too. They're on my. They're usually in my feed too. Yeah, I can't. They always correct me too, and I never remember.
Let us know how to say it. You don't have to send another super chat. Just let us know in the chat. I'm curious how to pronounce it.
Much love to Oleami. Keep slaying Queen.
Thank you. I love that. Even though David got paid.
Oh, this is also me. Cummy nipples. Interesting. Says, hi, Mike.
Oh, wow. This is powerful. I need to start remembering to tell people my Cash App if I'm going to sit here through this. At the beginning,
yes.
Like, yes. Yeah. Let me say it now. Let me say it aloud on this audio. What is it? It's Learn 11, I believe. Yep.
Ola's gonna tell people to leave the comment to read on the feed in like the PayPal message to seller box.
Oh, there you go. Learn 11.
Ole, if we did like a Leftist Mafia channel and the super chats came in, like, would that violate your?
You can just put it in an unmovable account for me somewhere in an account I can't touch.
We should
touch it later. I can.
We should talk about this.
Yeah.
I feel like we should talk about this because, like, eventually, like, if we launch merch, we have to be able to pay you, and
yeah. They're applying they're waiting on my last four letters from my important people to come in so they can put my green card application in.
How long does it take once you put it in?
It can be, I think, if we plan in for a potential RFE request for additional evidence, it could be like a few months if you do premium processing, anywhere from there to like 2-3 months, like max, I would think.
Let us know if we can help you, because anyway, I don't know how, but anyway, please let me know.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Alexis Spicer says, hey, y'all, it's my birthday, and I'm high as F. Was hoping to vibe with Olay tonight, but got here late. Sad face.
Oh, thank you.
I think she's
Happy
still high,
birthday.
so still vibe. Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Alexis.
Catherine, I think this is Binder.
Oh, let's see if this is Catherine Olay with a super chat in Canadian too, and she chose to give it to like one of the non-Canadians. I love it. Has any of you seen the Las Vegas aliens video? I haven't seen it, but I've read about it. Like, I've read a detailed description. I mean, I don't know.
I've seen it. Is this the one where the dude called 911 and said there's like a 10-foot tall thing in his backyard?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, that is the dumbest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. So the whole thing is that the cop had on his little the one time that a cop didn't turn off his body cam, he caught some like blue thing in the sky, definitely aliens. And then these people, they called 911. And they were describing like, there's this thing. It's like 7 foot tall and it has really big eyes and it's staring at me. I'm looking at it right now. And then by the end of the call, it's like, I don't know, it could be 9-10 foot tall. And it's like, hang on a second. Hang on. You're calling on your phone. I'm assuming it's a smartphone, unless you're using like, a landline. You did not take a single fucking picture with your phone. You could have been on the call with 911 and just been like, boom, real quick. And so by the time the cop gets there, and this is all based on body cam footage, they're like, oh yeah, he's gone. It was crazy. And he's like, oh yeah, I saw something too. And the cop, this dumbass cop, is like stopping people in the streets. Hey, I know this sounds weird, but did you see anything fall from the sky? It's like, okay, all of you are fucking stupid, okay? Yes, if there was something that fell from the sky, which the body camera caught, why does that automatically mean it's a fucking alien? That's so unhinged. And furthermore, if you do not have a picture of an alien in your backyard, it did not fucking happen. So shut the fuck up.
The fact that we all have phones now with cameras and there hasn't been more evidence of aliens is a problem. I'm not saying they don't exist somewhere in other, far away galaxies.
Mathematically,
they ain't here.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I used to love the UFO videos. Like when I was really like
Me
19
too.
years old.
All those shows, I ate that shit up. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought they were great. But it's all bullshit. I mean, like this, just because you see like some shiny dot in the sky, that doesn't mean that that's aliens. That's so weird to go like to jump straight to aliens. I mean, people were saying that the giant dick floating in space. There's like I don't know what they don't know what it is, but people are like, oh, it's aliens, maybe.
That was the closest to me believing anything for real, because there was like a lot of even like people from Harvard at the time were like saying, we don't know what this is. This is like this kind of shape that this thing is. It was the first object that came from outside I believe our solar system to just go through it and leave. Like that hadn't happened before. So there's all these questions around. Anyways, that was the first time I was like, this is weird and interesting, but we still, it's not here.
Here's my thing. If you mastered interstellar travel, you can go like through black holes or whatever to go to other dimensions. Why would you come here to be all like spooky? Why would aliens come all the way here to be like, ooh,
like peekaboo with us?
Ooh, yeah, like, oh hey, I was like, oh, you can travel through dimensions? Crazy.
If they have the power to come here, we're fucked. That's what I'm worried about.
I think they would be friendly. Honestly, I feel they would be friendly.
I don't know.
If you get to that point, if you know how to actually like master the actual like laws of physics and warp them, then yes, hopefully you're friendly. I don't know.
We don't deserve their
probably
friendliness.
means that to them that we're so insignificant that we're like ants. Like we don't even count as life to them. Like we're nothing. We're insignificant to them. So they're they flick us away. Like they don't give a shit.
One thing that I've got to stress is that like if the aliens are coming and they have a spaceship, it's not going to be shaped like a dick. That's just weird. Like it's going to be very sophisticated looking.
Just because it was long doesn't mean it was shaped like a dick.
David, it was an erect penis, and you know it.
That's not what that is not at all what I thought of when I saw that thing. I'm like, oh, this is weird, but I'm not like, that's a penis.
Bro, that's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, you mean to tell me this alien spaceship that we found is a dick?
That would be the first thing you think of, but anyways.
Touche.
I think I thought this was for me, but this confused me so much. It's actually for Mike.
Oh my God.
What?
Showing my support for Matt Binder by contributing to David Dole's The Humanist Report.
I don't appreciate this. I don't think it's funny.
No.
This is not cool.
I saw
unbelievable.
I saw a comment on my video that was so funny. It was like, thank you, David from the Surfs. Good job. Like they commented this on one of my videos.
I'm over having makeup on my face if I have to be here this long. Tired.
Who's this for? This is for me. Jules T says SCOTUS upholds Indian Child Welfare Act. Yay!
Yeah, that's
I've
good
not
news.
followed this case at all.
I did see that. It was. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't plugged into what was going on there either. But one of those cases where the Supreme Court voted something like 7-2 to keep it, and people thought that it was definitely going to be. It's basically a ruling that strengthens, native sovereignty in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So certainly I'll have to look more into it, but certainly a good ruling.
I can give you the brief rundown. Basically, it was about white people were claiming racism, a white Catholic or Christian couple, because this law gives preference to Native American people for adoption of Native American kids, and the white couple in this were crying racism.
Somebody says Olay needs her own channel where she can talk about what she cares about. Babes, I do have my own channel where I talk about where I care about.
I can't believe people don't know. Just go subscribe to Olay's channel at youtube.com/Matt Binder. It's very simple.
I respect hustle. God damn. Binder.
I know. I need to learn from Binder.
Yeah, I need to learn. God damn.
I'm actually really bad at self-promotion. I mean, you guys are the ones with hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers. What are you talking about?
I think that you would grow really quick if you just did like clips.
Yeah, I know.
Because you have a great, like you already have a giant audience for your live streams, bigger than mine for live streams. So if you just did those clips, I think you would
100%
explode for sure.
Especially if you just like even focusing on like not just focusing on it, but like your area of expertise. Like, there's not a lot from the left in terms of what you do. So I think having that voice there, I think you would get a lot of traction.
And the honesty, like he brings receipts. Like that's the crazy thing.
Right.
That's why I always expect like Binder. He brings receipts. You do the research. It's
I
really
appreciate
good.
it.
Yeah, and Binder, I will say, like you focused on tech and stuff like that, as David was saying. So when I did, when I focused on net neutrality, that was my biggest month ever. Back in 2017, I got 50,000 new subscribers in 1 month. So like, there's a really huge desire for tech, but like I am only knowledgeable about this one like niche issue, whereas you know it all. So you would blow up if you.
Thank you. How often do you guys actually spend editing it? Because like that's my issue. Like I just don't have the time to sit down and like meticulously like cut every little like I know the YouTubers, they like cut out every little quiet. Like,
No, just
you don't have to do that.
You could shoot it live, like
y'all don't have editors.
Most of my videos, there's very little. I cut very little out. Like it's, I'll add in like full screen screenshots of the text I'm referencing, but you don't even have to do that. Like if you have the program to put stuff on screen, just so if you're ever like referencing something, just put it on screen when you're talking, and then just make it like a shorter version of what you would normally do.
Y'all don't have editors.
My husband's my editor.
Oh, how much you paying your editor?
My editor. My editor is my full-time executive assistant now, with a nice full-time salary and beautiful benefits. Being paid well. He's living a nice, good life. So my editor started out on the love of the game. He had a united vision.
Looks like this could be so. I already got my first topic for my video that I'm gonna upload.
Oh no, my editor loves me.
Oh, Leonardi exposed.
Listen, no, my editor loves me. He'll ride for me. But yeah, no, mine. I do my stuff differently. Mine is a little bit of production because it's mostly not with the exception of whatever. So we usually spend like a week editing a video, or like not the full, but like between I write the script, I write what it is, I tell him what it's gonna be because I design the episodes. My editor just does what I tell him to do in the thing. So then I film it and I give him like a script of this, a blah blah blah. It takes like a week.
For us, like we don't do as like well produced videos as Ole, but we still have a lot of editing from mine, and it usually takes like anywhere between 1 to 3 hours, depending on how much I fuck up and how long the video is, which I usually fuck up a lot. So my husband is very, very patient with editing.
Wait, your husband helps you edit? I didn't know that. That's so precious. Oh,
yeah, he's the full-time editor. He's the reason why the show got so much better. Yeah, because he does great editing, and I'm a boomer.
How much you pay him, Mike?
Well, I mean, we're basically a co-op. We're married, so
yeah.
Sounds like you're taking advantage of your husband's free labor. I think that's very messed up.
Or
I
maybe
enjoy
he's
editing. Like
maybe he's taking advantage of mine. I don't know.
Exposed another video for my upcoming scheduled.
I think all you need is like a branding bender. I think you just I really just think you need like an aesthetic consistency on like your thumbnails and the look of your videos and like a little intro thing, and I think you'll be good. I really think that's what it is. I don't think it's a content thing. I think you just need an intro.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I don't really have. I'm just Matt Binder. I have my shows, but they're not like my entire brand. Like they're just
Matt. Even
specific.
if you just took your streams and you cut out like different portions and uploaded that, I think that would suffice because people like to hear you talk. So you don't have to like make it this huge.
Give it an intro. The same way like Dave, when he takes our clips and he puts a rational national intro thing on it, do that for your intro, thing with your clips. That's what I think you should do. I told you I like your doomed thing. I think you should just turn that into a little like an intro that you put on your videos and just create thumbnails for your videos. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Do it with that same like green, yellow like color scheme, and I think that will transform it.
And I'll help you, Matt, if you want. I love this stuff.
Oh yeah,
I do love this stuff too.
Yeah, I love to like design shit. Like I like designing thumbnails and shit. I'll help you with the intro if you want. I like doing this kind of shit because I feel like you would blow up. It just takes like the clips itself, for YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
So
it takes. I know. Yeah,
it's a pain. It's a pain in the ass, but that's where you would
I'm sure once I get it started, it just becomes part of this the normal routine, and it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Just that getting that finding the time because I stream twice a week, and then I'm recording interviews for Scam Economy, and it's just
And then
you do a lot,
Disneyland.
yeah.
You love Disneyland too.
True. He goes to Disneyland once a week.
I go to Disneyland once a week, flying out to Florida. That takes a lot out of me.
Speaking of Disney, this comment here, Jewel Woods or Joel 3 Woods, I think it must be Jewel, says best superhero is comic Scarlet Witch, the Roma daughter of Magneto and mother to Wiccan and Speed, 2 queer badasses. Love you guys, by the way.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Love you too.
Was never a big Scarlet Witch fan, but she for no reason in particular, just not my style.
Just misogyny, huh?
Yeah, I don't like women. That's usually right.
Just
I mean, I do like the idea that she calls herself a witch because all women are witches, but
I don't know who this is for Mike.
Oh, this is Tara. Yeah, Tara's my mod. Tara's such a sweetheart. Tara, you don't have to send any super chats. Just send me a DM. But look at what Argonian Bum made for the Leftist Mafia.
I can't click the link and I can't even copy.
I'm gonna.
It's good. I like
I'll check it out. I'll type it in.
Put it in the private chats and I'll put it up.
Okay.
I'm so glad I took off my makeup. I feel so much. I'm like, oh, I could ride this out. I'm here. I'm active. I'm in the game.
This is Bender.
Omega with a super chat. Matt represents Queens. Ole raised out in Brooklyn, right? I mean,
Yes.
I'm the Peter Parker to her Miles Morales.
I hate that.
This is also Bender.
Foresto, the super chat. X-Men of Magneto are great because they are already a trans allegory. The real conflict in the story is between reforming the system or replacing it. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely, like, X-Men has always been. I mean, when I was a kid, X-Men was my favorite comic. I mean, I was reading X-Men in the 90s when I think they had their best. That's like the peak X-Men time frame, like the mid 90s. But yeah, definitely.
Mike.
Let's see here. $2
Yeah, it's for Mike,
Lee.
but it's talking to Matt.
Matt, you're pretty okay, but Ole is queen.
Thank you.
Well, I hope. I mean, I necessarily don't think calling me queen fits me. So yes, Ole can be queen, and I won't. That's fine with me.
This is Bender.
Kowalski with a super chat. Can't get woke ketchup cash flow without child labor. It's probably.
Well, there goes our source. Then I guess we can't.
Right.
That will catch up.
Well, what if we use woke children? Then.
If we use trans kids to make the ketchup, then it's all good. Oh shit!
Oh, this
that
is
was
really
good one,
cool.
David. That was very good.
Okay, David, I did share what Tara sent me. It's
Okay,
it's really cool art from the show. This is so neat.
Let me bring it over here. Oh, this one. Yeah, I saw this. Let me bring this up.
That is too cool.
I saw that on Twitter. I retweeted.
That is
Very nice.
amazing.
The Raheem was immaculate. The Raheem was
like how
really
the
immaculate. And
family's over here.
I really appreciated that the recognition that Raheem is the boss animal in charge. I really like that because it's true.
I love that. My dog is holding Chico because she's so tiny and Chico's big.
Look at the dedication to all the flags in Lance's background.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Even the mayor.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
And all of
And all
Ole's
my
art.
Yeah.
And all the art.
That is
Jeez.
so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, look at like the Lego set behind me and the Bernie figure. That's just so neat. Wow.
Thank goodness. Your shirt too.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I look insane. I just look like a madman.
I thought you looked so accurate.
It's very cute. Very good.
Yeah,
Andrew
that's
S.
amazing.
Andrew S says, jumping at David's chat to say, I wonder who the right will cancel next after Garth Brooks went woke. Whoever the hell comes out, in support of being a good person. That's also how I framed the video, right? Like, we shouldn't act like being pro diversity or pro-trans rights is like somehow a monumental step to make. No, it's just like you're a good person. Like I'm like the right's freaking out because Garth Brooks is a good person. Like that's what's happening here. So whoever's good next, they're gonna freak out at that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is this for me? I think this is for Mike. Yes, Mike.
Okay, Dynamic Editor, $10. Hey, Mike, I kicked you from your Discord so you can rejoin and see the onboarding. I want to work with you to integrate YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, and PayPal memberships into it as well. Well, you kicked me. I don't know what that means because I'm pretty much a boomer. But Dynamic Editor, Tara did tell me about this, and I saw that you sent in an email through the contact submission form, but I forgot about it because those kind of get separated in my email. So I didn't get a chance to respond. I will reach out to you. I don't know what any of that means because I'm very new to Discord and I'm not sure about the integration, but I'll reach out to you when I have a chance. Give me some time though, and we'll figure it out because I'm very, very new to Discord.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to if you do have Discord, don't forget to log in and check if you they rolled out the new username thing for your account.
Oh, okay.
Because I've heard people have problems with that, where like the username they go by, because basically everyone could use a username regardless of whether someone else is already using it on Discord. They just add a bunch of numbers like at the end with like a numerical code. But now they're doing away with that, and every username will be unique. So I've been hearing people are getting their username taken by someone else who is using it, and then that person is receiving messages meant for them, which is not good, obviously, if you send a lot of messages on Discord.
I see. Well, I mean, there's only one Humanist Report. I don't think anybody else would pick such a bad name, so hopefully I'll be good, but I'll check that out for sure. But yeah, I'll reach out.
This is for Bender.
Let's see. Amy Komori with a super chat. Send David to bed and let's keep this party going. I gotta say, actually, this week I'm the one who's I'm like really. I mean, maybe some people have been able to tell. I feel like I've been.
You do look a bit
not
tired,
my
yeah.
usual self. I'm tired today. I don't know what happened or why, but yeah, I'm David this week.
I have a lot of energy this week, so I'm Bender.
I'm tired. I'm tired this week too. I was doing interviews all day. My back hurts.
I think we're nearing the end though. There's lots of chats though. I mean, I like the support. I'm not going to complain about that. Goblin. I'll just say the whole name. Goblin.
This is for Lance.
Yeah, that was after his
Daddy needs his rest.
Daddy needs his rest.
Because that's when they thought you had left. They had sent a comment for you, and we read it right when you left. And they thought you were Irish exited, so they sent that.
And they called you Daddy.
I'm
and here I thought I was the daddy.
It's always been Lance. I keep trying to tell y'all.
I'm okay. I'm good to go. Yeah, I'm not tired. It's great.
Here's Bender.
We got a super chat from Stars Art Bar. Y'all should talk about how leftist Spider-Verse was. From hobby to the themes around anomalies and their rejection of society. It's so good. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of, other than the propaganda stuff, which I agree. There were a lot of lefty, Ole's looking at me, so I'm just going to
I saw that first sentence and I immediately looked at Ole. I'm like, oh, poor Ole.
See, I would say she would probably argue that's what makes the propaganda even more effective. It's because it's within this globe of like being so possessive.
I wanted to feel like you've been listening to me talk for almost 30 weeks.
For me, there's a lot of propaganda in movies, but there's not a lot of movies out there that have such a strong message for trans people, especially young trans kids. So for me, that outdoes the propaganda and makes it an important film. But I understand, if you just don't care about trans people, I get it. It's okay.
We're telling Bender to start doing individual videos. His first video, Ole goes full shit lib on Spider-Man.
Listen. I didn't know we were, a leftist mafia could. I don't know. I guess we have a turf on board. It's okay. I get it. No, I'm joking.
We gotta send Binder on to other groups. Binder, we gotta into the right, just like a cesspool of right wingers, and then release the Binder.
Yes,
it's all right. Ole Rowling. We all knew she was a big Harry Potter fan. It all makes sense now. We get it. It's all good.
Oh my God.
Look how they do me.
She sees a movie that trans kids could connect with, and right away Ole is like, "Nuh-uh, not having this. I'm Voldemorting this shit."
A bitch gonna enjoy one Spider-Man movie. Now she's a turf.
God, usually Binder targets David, but this week it's Ole.
I'm enjoying not being targeted this week. This is somehow for Mike, even though this is about Toronto. But go ahead, Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Thank you for the Canadian $6.99. I love you guys. Wanted to remind the audience: Toronto mayoral election on the 26th. Don't let that cop win. So, do you hear this, Canadians?
Right now, the cop is not winning. So I'm no longer in Toronto City to vote. Like, I don't live in the city proper. As far as I see, Olivia Chow looks like she's way ahead. So we're gonna see which she's the most.
I hope she wins.
She is progressive. Like she is the farthest left that could be elected, I guess is what I could say. Yeah. So not a bad choice there.
Y'all want to see my new Crocs I bought today?
I do.
Sure.
They're 90s themed.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that.
They got like MTV all over them. Yeah. I love them.
Wow. That's too cool. Are Crocs actually comfortable? I've heard they are.
Well, yes, I am wearing a pair as we speak.
Okay.
I love Crocs.
You've never worn Crocs in your life?
I've never. My niece tried to convince me, and she almost did. But when I went to pick up a pair of Crocs, I just got these Skechers slip-ons instead that were really comfortable. And I did not buy them, but I still am very curious. Like, I hear so much, and they, if they're comfy, you gotta.
I love them.
Ole, were you even alive in the 90s?
I was born in 93, bitch ass.
Jeez. Usually when you usually if you say that a woman looks young, you get compliments. But apparently, I just.
I'm gonna be 30. I'm gonna be 30 next month. There's no shame in my game.
Dirty 30.
Yeah, it's gonna be 30.
We've got to do a big stream or something. My son, by the way, my pug, I have him tattooed on my arm. He just turned 10 years old. I feel very old. I've had him since he was a baby.
That is very cute.
Yeah.
I
just want you to know, every time a parent with a human child hears a pet parent say call their pets children, it's not.
And I was about to say they can go to hell, and then I realized you meant you. Listen, Rachel is my son. You can feel how you want. That's my child.
Well, I'm just saying, you can say that, but in all of our heads, we're like, no.
Yes, actually.
Listen, if you judge love by unconditional love, willing to die, I would die for my pug.
I am not judging.
Yes, agreed. I'm 100%.
I'm just saying, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, do you change your dog's diaper? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, well, let me ask you this, David. Let me ask you this: Has your human child ever gotten into the cat litter box, ate it, and then puked that up on the couch? I think I have you.
Does your dog do that too? My dog.
He did that when he was little.
Oh no! I guess our dog's still little. He's like 6 months. But oh my gosh, most annoying thing. He runs when we're not looking. He runs into the litter box and eats the cat's shit, and he likes it.
You're
like,
a good ally.
what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing?
Young dogs do that shit. It's disgusting. Yeah.
Not just young dogs. My 10-year-old son. This morning, I'm looking over, I'm like, what the fuck are you chewing on? I'm like, hey, spit it out. Because this is a dog that swallowed a squeaker and had to have it surgically removed. So I'm always on him. And he's literally. So he's sitting here chewing on something. And I'm like, spit it out. So I get it out of his mouth. It's a fucking cat turd. This was my morning. This was my fucking morning. On top of the cat shitting somewhere. Not in the litter box.
See, my cat can do shit like that.
That's actually what I say every day on Twitter too when I open my For You feed. It's fucking cat turd.
All right, Bender, this is for you. I'm not sure what this is in reference to, but here you go.
Hansi, invite me, Binder, damn it. If this is the Hansi that I think it is, so I have a new regular caller into this show who is a former well-known caller into the Howard Stern show back in the day. He's like considered one of like the Whack Pack crew. And like he's called in and he's told me about how like during his like Howard Stern era, like he was finding himself, I think it was a little bit after, like going into the right. And then he came across all these like left-wing like YouTubers and like consumed their content. And now he's like completely like turned away from that and listens to my show and the Majority Report. And I'm sure he checks you guys out. So I would always love to hear stories like that. It'd be interesting to probably to hear him out more. Maybe we'll get him on an episode.
That's awesome. Right on.
Donald James says, I sent a $5 super chat that didn't go through. Well, this one did go through. Thank you, Donald, for $2. Thank you, Donald. This is for you, Bender.
Damn Cedar. How likely would an appearance from Sam or Emma be? Emma would be will definitely come on here. In fact,
very likely.
I'm pretty sure she's waiting for the invite. Yeah. Sam would do it. Sam. I don't think Sam is like sitting around going, "When's Leftist Mafia gonna have me?" but
does he even know the show exists?
He'll definitely. I don't even know what Sam is. But he'll definitely do it. I do want to mention that. Just released, I think today or this week, Sam recorded an official audiobook for Michael Brooks's Against the Web book.
Really?
And so if you haven't checked out the late great Michael Brooks's first and only published, unfortunately, but published book, which basically is an ultimate takedown of the independent the intellectual dark web, like people like Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, the Weinsteins,
Sam Harris too.
Sam Harris. And you haven't checked out that book yet, or even if you have and you want to hear Sam Cedar read it to you, that just came out this week. So definitely go check that out.
It's awesome. That book is great.
Book back on that shelf as well. Yeah,
I read it when it first came out. Also, I want to say that Brandon Sutton is also inevitable too.
Yes, Brandon Sutton. We should have Matt Leck on too. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a long list, folks. We're gonna go through them one by one, but yeah, for sure.
Jamie
we should
Peck,
make a list.
Former Majority
I would
Report.
love Jamie Peck on. Yeah.
This is Mike.
Oh, Samantha Baker with $10. No, don't aspire to the Irish exit. I'm always sad. I'm always sad when Lance leaves without a goodbye. Also, all my love to Olay. I see your righteous anger at the propaganda, and we need to hear your point of view.
Thank you, Beau. Thank you.
Oh, nice, Lance.
I just want to grab it. I wasn't leaving.
Compassion is. I think this is you as well, Mike.
Oh, okay. Compassion is power. $5. Animal rights are an extension of, not in competition with human rights. Watch Dominion. Yeah, I agree with that. I love that. I've tried to, I'm not a vegetarian, but over the years, I have substantially reduced the amount of meat that I eat. I found substitutes for almost everything. Chicken. I haven't had like actual beef in a very long time. So yeah, I do agree with that.
This is for Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah. $5 from Lee. David, could you bring on someone low-key like Destiny? I think it would be great having the spiritual love child of Jimmy Dore and Megan Murphy on the Leftist Mafia. Who's Megan Murphy?
I actually listen. I don't know too much about all the Destiny stuff, but I don't think he's in the same category as Jimmy Dore and Megan Murphy.
No, he's not. Jimmy Dore.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
He's a little wild sometimes, but he's not Jimmy Dore.
Right. And even if you disagree with Destiny, intellectually speaking, him and Jimmy Dore are very far apart in different worlds. Destiny actually is intelligent. Jimmy Dore is barely remaining alive because he could barely breathe.
That's the Destiny who the other day was donating money to the cops.
I don't know.
Oh, right. He did do that. Yes. He did do that. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. That was very weird.
Yeah.
Yes. That very dumb too.
You could argue that he has more of an impact than Dore does.
No. I don't think so. Doors.
You think Door's bigger than Destiny is?
Oh yeah.
Really?
You think
Still?
so? Huh.
To this day?
Yes. Yeah. I think Destiny is he's got a big audience, but he's a very online character. Door definitely moves outside of the very online, and I think he.
I don't know. I feel like Destiny's way bigger than Jimmy Dore because he's on he's gotten much more like not mainstream necessarily, but he goes on bigger podcasts. Whereas Jimmy Dore is very insular. He's with his own people that he goes on every.
To be fair, he's been on Rogan's show.
Oh, that's true.
Destiny has.
That's a good point. That is true.
Door's been on. He was a regular on Tucker Carlson's show.
That's right, yeah.
So the two of them have to meet, I think. That's what's happening.
I would love to see a debate between them. That'd be great.
Actually, would that be entertaining?
Yeah.
This is for Binder.
Blex actually with a super chat, hoping Texas can pull itself back out of this hellhole the GOP has dug us. Also, make sure you split this $5 with your co-host, Winky Face.
I'm sure that'll happen. Mike.
Samantha Baker, $5. Yes, Lance. Olay's panel on Dr. West is absolutely essential viewing. I look forward to all your videos every day. Keep up the good work. Left is best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is
no, I'm going to take credit for this. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, Soul Bunny. I love Soul Bunny. That is my view. I love you, Soul Bunny. Yes, looking forward to a live. He's coming Black panel. Yes, it will be great. I love it. I like. Someone said, "Olay, you single in the comments." Child,
what is that?
Business. I just see.
What is that? Your next panel? What? Tell us about it.
My next one, next week. We're recording on Monday. I'll put it out. It's going to be on. I don't know if y'all have seen. I'll fill y'all in. Sukiana is this rapper, and basically she is a very sexual, like very sexual, hypersexual.
Oh, I know her. Yeah.
Yes, and you've seen the clips of her basically being sexually assaulted, and yet everybody is like, but she's a hoe, so it's consent. Maybe let's have a conversation. Consent. So that, and maybe like the other flip side of that is like if you've seen the Zion Williamson stuff with Mariah Mills. So I am having a great group. I look forward to revealing who they are. They will be great. People will be excited to talk about that. And of course I will eventually, the whole idea is to be rotating great Black people, but you will get the original panel back at some point. Of course they'll pair.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what
nice. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't know about all of this with Suki.
And I have a big Pride episode the week after next. And y'all should, all the people who like my rant, you should turn into this video this week. My editor calls it Angry Olay. He said it's very you're very angry in this video, very angry Olay. Where I was like, you think I'm angry? I was like, I think I was just high, so that was my natural. So look forward to that.
This is for me. Yes. Redwoods Ridden says, I got 3 questions. What's a Canadian tuxedo? That is a wearing all like denim, basically. If possible, have Jord and Chris from Propagandhi as guests and about comics. Have you watched The Sandman? No, I haven't.
I did.
Has anyone here watched The Sandman?
It was okay. It's a show on Netflix.
Based on a comic.
Who's Jordan and Chris?
Yeah. First couple episodes are okay. It's mid. I haven't heard of them. I'll look into them.
Okay.
Propagandhi is
the
a
band?
Canadian political
Propagandhi?
punk
Yeah.
band.
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
Okay.
I thought this was a YouTube channel.
No, I thought everyone knew. They're a punk band.
Not all in your world,
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
There, I have it. I'll check them out later. Cool. Where am I here? This is for Mike, I think.
Holy shit. Christopher
That's a
Sharp,
big one.
$50 super chat. Jesus. Oh my God. Love you guys. Thanks for standing up for truth and compassion. You guys are a ray of hope in dark times. Thanks again. Thank you. That is insanely generous. You don't have to send that much. I feel really bad. But thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, don't send that much money to Mike. Makes him feel bad. Send it to me. It makes me feel great.
Also makes me feel good. This is for Binder.
Awesome Possum. Can you read this? If not, say you did just in case. What? I read it.
There you go.
There you go.
Transgirl420 says, "Hi David, I had to work through internalized transphobia to accept being trans, and I always wonder how cis people unlearn it. Do you remember what helped y'all be not transphobic?" I don't think I was ever
never had a transphobic fit. I never had that.
I was never transphobic. I was, I guess, just more curious, but I was never like fuck those people or anything. Like, I just don't,
yeah,
I don't know. I never had like that was never put into me, so I
I'll
never.
be honest, I just didn't know. I was like, I have no idea. Like, you know, you got to figure this all out. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm kind of like with Lance. For me, I never really was transphobic when I overcame homophobia, and then I came out. But I took a class in college, and really my only like I knew trans people existed, but my exposure was this trans lady who came in and spoke to us, and she took questions. She explained like the trans experience, and that right there was like, oh, the light bulb went off. Everything she said made 100% sense. And actually, in my first week of doing videos, or second week on the Humanist Report, I sent her my video on trans rights. I'm like, hey, do you think I represented this story well? And she responded, she's like, you did amazing. So yeah, that one person really influenced me. One thing that I will say is you can kind of get over the internalized hate if you see the confidence of other people. One person I'll recommend is there's a trans rapper. Her name is Damage. It's Damage with a 3. She is ruthless, and she is just so unabashedly proud. And if you listen to her, I think that's a good way to help cultivate confidence. Because for me, like seeing other gay dudes on YouTube talk kind of helped me get confidence. So if you can find other people who can be role models to you, and you're never too like old to have a role model, by the way, but like seeing people be really confident, that'll help you. So check out there's other queer artists, but I just discovered Damage, and I've been like binging her music, and it's so fucking good. She was actually on InfoWars because of one of the lines in her song. She talks about killing a bigot, and InfoWars reported on this, and she shared out the article. She's like, this is based. Fuck yeah. So yeah.
For me, it was just I got into the punk scene really early, and being in New York, just surrounded by in the punk scene especially a lot of trans people. I knew trans people when I was very young, just at shows and stuff, and but nothing was never crazy to me but I do think it has to do a lot with your surroundings and how you're not necessarily brought up by maybe not. I'm not specifically talking about your family, but even just like where you go to school, the people you surround yourself with, and you don't always choose that either. So yeah,
right,
yeah. It's just same thing for me. It's just like culture and like just seeing more trans people and just like, all right, like I had no problem with it. Just then it was normalized. Alexis Spicer says, Olay saying happy B-Day made me cry. Love y'all. There you go.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Happy birthday again, Alexis. I hope you have a great weekend, view.
Alexis, we love you.
Tyler Cross says the UFO stuff is an extension of white supremacy and American religion and the Cold War. It's all scams and liars. I hadn't thought about it in that context, but that is.
I think we just
I'm not going to disagree.
Business.
I mean, there's probably overlap in terms of like conspiracy theories often dwell in far right ideology, and the 99.999% of the time a conspiracy theory ends up with some sort of anti-Semitism. So I mean, right. I get you there, but you also did give me this really funny image where aliens show up and they're the stereotypical alien, and the first thing they say to us is something like white power.
Well, and one thing to add to that is
that would be their version.
I'd be like, fuck, what the hell? This is not what I want. What the hell, man? This is the worst case scenario.
They know that'd be the only way for them to be accepted. They ingratiate themselves with the power structures in the United States. That's what it'd be like a.
I feel like there's a movie in this plot here. This
idea. Yeah, but it is an extension though, because religiosity, like you are prone to more conspiratorial thinking if you are religious. So like the UFO stuff, it is inherently conspiratorial. I mean, sure, there's evidence of unidentified flying objects, but that doesn't mean that they're aliens.
This is for Bender.
Kowalski says, aliens land in my cornfields, annoying but chill. Not the white power aliens, I'm assuming.
Also for Bender.
Omega with a super chat. Support all streamers by super chatting Bender. Yes, absolutely. Tell that to Hassan's audience. Just thinking of which lefty has the most people.
$2 for the Queen of Black Air Force Roundtable.
I can only imagine they must be talking to me. Black Air Forces. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed Ole and Friends.
This is Bender.
Damn Cedar with the super chat. My favorite Matt Binder show is Left Reckoning. Very funny.
That is a good show, though.
You would actually have no idea how often me and Matt Lick to this day get confused simply because we were two Matts. Yeah, on the majority part. Like, it's unbelievable. All the time I'll see right wingers attributing something Matt Leck said to me and then attributing something I said to him all the time on Twitter.
Now you know how David and I feel.
This is for me. Bayaz says Scarlet Witch and Jean Grey are the only superheroes gays acknowledge. I did not know that.
Okay, hold up.
Quicksilver
and Cyclops had a threesome. It happened. It's canon.
Wait,
it's
who?
in the comics. Yeah,
really?
Cyclops, Wolverine had a threesome with Jean Grey in the moon. It was like on the moon planet or whatever. It's canon. Look it up. Google it. It's real. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tony with a super chat. Binder has an intro for Scam Economy, now for Doomed. Where are those reference pics, Matt? Right? Tony made the animated opening for Scam Economy for the video version of the show, and she's putting together one for Doom too. But I need to get her some things that she's been waiting for forever. Yeah,
that's why she had that comment earlier saying I low key feel like Ole is coming from me. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, right, okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I only ever see the stream. I never seen the angel. It's not your fault. It's Bender who has no.
It's me. I dropped the ball. Yeah.
You're like, yes. Get your main horse stuff together.
This is for Mike.
Oh, Andrew Clement, $2. Can we get RM in the Mafia? Never gonna happen. No, RM was actually on a couple of months ago, but yeah. Well,
I'm
we'd
sure
love to bring him
again.
back for sure. Yeah. RM is amazing.
We should have some rotating regulars, like Ben Dixon, RM, like people who
I like that
if
idea.
If we don't have they don't have to be on every episode, but like a go-to regular guest host, you know?
Yeah. It's not white guys, you know.
Yeah, but basically.
Yeah. We
We're the
desperately
only white
need
men
more
allowed in this show as
representation.
regular.
Too many.
This is for Mike.
Oh, Kenzie Page with $5. Just want to show support for from a trans guy. Thanks for giving me an enjoyable way to digest the horrible news and find a little bit of hope. Keep it up. Well, I'm glad that you find it useful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's if you can inject a little bit of humor into the shitty news cycle or just make it somewhat entertaining, then it does help. So yeah, thank you.
Mike?
Andrew asked with $5, who from the leftist mafia would survive the longest if there were on an anti-communist series, Squid Games? Well, I can just say,
absolutely, easy.
Yeah,
easy,
I would probably die the first episode. Bender would probably outlast everyone.
I was gonna say Bender would win. Well,
yeah.
No.
Well, I would make it pretty far.
If I somehow make it past the initial part or whatever, panicking and I'd probably make it past that initial game. Once everybody start getting killed, I might make it past that. If I make it past and I could get to the part where it's just manipulation, then I'll make it.
Yeah,
I would probably intentionally end it for myself, like under my control, just because I don't like the question of like what's gonna happen. I need to know how it's gonna end, and I'm gonna do it myself.
But I wouldn't come back. Like, you know how they got to leave? There's literally nothing under the sun that would make me come back.
Right.
Nothing on Earth. Nothing at all. Nothing.
I can already.
But
I
Bender
know.
would go back. Bender would go back with a plan, a map, a cheat code, all type of shit. Like Bender, like, yeah, I'm gonna win the money. I'll be back. Like,
I already know how my demise would happen. Like, I would really panic, and I try to get strategic.
You would die like number 6, whatever the nice one that we loved, that they killed. You remember the nice one? What was his name? Ali,
I can't remember.
Or whatever. Ali, I think it was like Ali, the sweet brown one. Oh, I loved him so much. That's exactly how Mike would die.
Well, and the way that it would happen. Oh, would be
Lance
I would
for sure. Lance and Mike are gonna die doing some nice people shit
So
immediately.
fast.
Oh my god!
So
the
fast.
minute they have to kill
I'll
somebody,
be
they have to go
betrayed
through
by
them.
all of
Lance
you.
would be like,
All of you.
no.
No, you
Lance would
betray
be
me so
like-
fast.
Lance would be
So
like,
fast.
Lance would come
Yeah.
up with some team thing, like if we actually all work together, we don't have to blah, 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 and then, so, then he get pushed through the fucking glass bridge.
True.
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna amend me winning, and I'm actually gonna say that I would in the game die, but I would be the guy who you all mourn and feel really bad about because I was so nice and everything.
Bullshit.
And then
I'll celebrate you
wait,
now.
no, I'm not done.
Be
I'm
the
not done.
old guy.
I'm not
Be the
done.
old guy.
And then you find out that I'm actually still alive. I faked my death, and I'm actually the one who put you all in this situation for my own sick, twisted fun.
That's David. No, that's actually David. Offs himself early. You stop thinking about it, and it's David, and he's back there.
That probably would be me because there's no
Yes.
fucking way I'd be in that game otherwise. Like, there's no other way.
You want to know? Okay, there's a couple of ways that
soon.
myself and Lance specifically would die. So you know how they pick teams? Me and Lance would deliberately go to the weakest person so they feel included, and that person would get us killed.
True.
Or
Backstab so fast.
or we would try to get a little bit more strategic, realizing the game and how ruthless it is. We would betray someone, but then tell on ourselves and be like, listen, we were going to do this. And then they would kill us. And that
And thought
next
we were smart. And thought we were so clever too the
Yeah.
whole time. We'd be like, oh, I'm so smart. Oh, I got this.
like if we just
I
are
got
honest
this.
and we
Oh,
tell
I
them
got
we were
this.
gonna do it and backstab them, then they'll trust us more, and then they like immediately.
Listen,
So
all I
yeah.
know is those two motherfuckers are dead. Okay, Mike and Lance. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen fucking quick.
Easy.
Okay,
Easy.
all right, quick. Lance would be like, oh no. Lance would get Lance wouldn't even get killed in the game. Lance would get killed in the room when they're like giving the rules, and that person's like, no, we can't do this.
We're all waiting to get inside the room.
The one who comes up like, we can't do this. This isn't right, and they shoot him right
no.
there. We're dead. Fucking ass.
Oh no.
It would be a game where it's just down, like everyone's already advanced. The last person's gonna die. It's the last two people in the game are Lance and Ole, and Lance looks at Ole and goes, "Listen, I can't do this. I can't." And Ole would just be like, "Oh, sounds good to me. Peace, bye. Nice knowing you."
I feel like I would kill someone though in this game, but it would be completely accidental. Like we're on this glass panel and they're like rushing me to go forward, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, I can't, and then I like fall backwards and I accidentally bring someone down with me, and that's how like I kill them.
I can see that.
David said,
100%,
yeah,
100%.
that seems about right. Yes.
This is Bender.
Doug Greenwood with a super chat requesting Ole be more bombastic and speak more just to spite the haters. Left is best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I didn't eat this episode since my receiving sustenance makes so many so fucking upset.
Well, let's be
No.
clear. So many in David Dole's live talk.
This is true. This is actual.
I thought I dodged the bullets this week. God damn.
I like it when you eat on stream because it makes me hungry, and I'm curious about what people eat. So there's that. You have one supporter, Ole.
Tokyo Han, I'm pretty sure it's for me. Yep. Tokyo Han's with a super chat. This is how I send money to Mike, right? Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
This is also Bender.
Damn Cedar with a super chat. Rest in power, Michael Brooks. Left is best. Absolutely, yes.
You know what's interesting? Every time there's some person who used to be like quasi left or whatever, like, and they're going crazy now. Like when the Cornel West stuff happened, I thought about like what, like I would want to hear what Michael Brooks has to say about Cornel West being in the People's Party. Like that's where my mind goes. Is like, what the fuck would he say about this? Because this is such a weird situation.
He handled every single situation like perfectly, like just so rational. You know, where it's like you have a particular opinion, and then you hear Michael Brooks, you're like, okay, that makes more sense actually. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He's a very smart guy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is Mike.
Oh, okay. Or an F with 500 yen. Would love to see Olaimi and Skip Intro do a propaganda vid together.
I don't know him, but I'm assuming that's the guy that made the video with After You, right?
Awesome YouTube channel. It's great.
Skip it. I'll check them out. I'm trying to find.
Ole had a Thanos moment right there. Ole should do a thing with Skip. I don't even know who he is.
We got 4 more left. This is Bender.
Joe with a super chat. Joe McClory, I should say, with a super chat. Wanted to thank Ole for the intro to FD. Been watching his stuff all day.
I love the idea that I could intro anybody to FD. Thank you.
I know he is bigger than like all of us. He's massive
on YouTube for sure.
Yeah.
He's great.
But you know, different platforms depending on where you know people from.
This is for me. The Facebook link on your merch site is incorrect. I don't even remember linking to the Facebook page on the merch site. So, but thank you. Look into that and make sure.
And that was David Dole's Thanos moment, right to Mike Zuckerberg. I don't even know who you are. Facebook? What? I have a Facebook.
Advertise the Facebook page that often because I feel like it's a whole different demographic over there. This is for Mike.
Oh, okay. Andres Ross with a $49 super chat. Love you Thursdays in Mexico City. I get 100 Mbps for $35 US. Oh, interesting. Okay. Thank you for sending that. I was very curious. Really appreciate that too, by the way. Interesting.
$49 I'm done for you.
Last one here.
It's $49 in Mexican pesos. It looks like.
I like how you said that.
Which I think it's like three US dollars.
Sounds like a big number though.
Listen, you can send me all the pesos you want. I'm just letting people know for accuracy.
Here we go. Last one, Bender.
Oh, Kowalski with a super chat. Invite me on Leftist Mafia. I'll teach you the way of the corn. We should have a legit farmer on and talk. We should have an AG episode or something.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
A big ag episode.
Oh, see, I was. You said AG. I'm thinking, man, I don't know any attorneys generals. You know, maybe Ole. She's the attorney.
All right, everybody. That was.
Oh wait, we got someone's got a super chat at the last minute.
Wait, do Lance and Ole also have anything as well, like on Twitch or through?
No,
this is
someone's sending me some cash apps. Let me see. Hold on.
This is for Mike while they're searching.
Daporize 11 Canadian. Fog lifts as a door suddenly appears near the base of the mysterious spaceship. An 8 or 9 foot silhouette stands tall in the doorway. Its head is of unearthly proportions. New Mexico. It's just Charlie. Or never mind. I'm thinking Roswell.
So well, and then you said New Mexico.
Fuck! I always ruined it. Never mind. It's just Charlie Kirk. Good. That's good. That's amazing.
That was good until Mike messed it up.
I know. I could start all over and do it again.
And for such a random New Mexico. And all I have is someone sending me a cash app. Parker Abel, thank you very much. And Alexander Croto-Penix, thank you, Bew.
Very nice.
All right.
Now that Mike said New Mexico, though, I can't help
but. The more I think about it, though.
Now I can't help but.
New Mexico.
Now I can't.
You know, mindset, aliens. You know,
New Mexico, of course.
Oh, a new super chat. A new super chat.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not sure who this is for.
Ole, your video on Cornell West was so educational and awesome. You're quickly becoming a favorite YouTuber ever. Thank you. And really look out for my Pride episode. I have like 2 big episodes coming. I don't want to tell y'all like different sets of interviews. Mike and Lance know about one of them. So yeah, look out. Please subscribe. Check out. I have great stuff coming. Someone said, does Ole... David, that's hilarious. Why I asked, why do you think David has the tabs in my dating life? David, does Ole have a dude? That's hilarious.
Someone asked me for
in the
you.
comments, it says, David, does Ole have a dude?
David, thoughts? Do you know?
That's so funny. Do I have a dude? David?
I'm going to say yes.
That's what David's answer is. So I guess that's the official.
There you go.
Matt, can you tell me about Lance's dating life?
I honestly, I know nothing about it. Wouldn't have a clue.
I mean, my
he's lying. You can tell he's lying right now.
Everything I know about Lance is honestly right there in that room that I see him in. That's just what you see is how I know Lance. In fact, I was shocked when he went on Tim Pool's show. I didn't know he was able to leave that room.
I'll reiterate this. Everyone on the show can get it. There you
go. Ooh.
There we go.
On Tim Pool's show?
No. This show. God damn, Mike.
I was
God damn it! You ruined it. All right. No.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, someone got another super chat.
Yeah, this is me right here. First time listening live. This is from Andrew. I love you all and follow individually. Bender, Roman Reigns, or Kenny Omega.
Ooh, that's a tough one. They're both really great.
I'm gonna say Kenny Omega.
They both seem like really great guys.
Pretty cool.
I don't know anything.
Kenny Omega is progressive. Yeah, he went viral a couple months ago because someone brought either protect or support trans kids sign to AEW event. And Kenny Omega went up to it, turned to the camera, pointed the sign. He was like, "I know it, you know it, everybody better know it," or something like that. So he's a really good guy. And Roman Reigns is from what I understand, he seems like a good guy too. And they're both great in the ring, on the mic, with their gimmicks. So it's a hard pick.
Well, I'm gonna pick Kenny Omega because that was my first. I know nothing, but I picked right because he supports trans explicitly, and we don't know about Roman Reigns. So Kenny,
Bodega.
It's you.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Go follow my channel.
Good night.
Not Matt Benders.
Ooh. Right. Go follow Ole's channel and definitely avoid subscribing to mine. And just so you know what to avoid, it's youtube.com/MattBender. There you go.
Bye, y'all.
There you go. Good night, people.
Good night, folks.